Let's see. Uh,
Welcome. You are now tuning into Speak Podcast. How are you all? Today we have TheAshenLuca, of course. And TheAshenLuca is not
oh, sorry,
talking.
my bad. I was muted. My bad. What's up? What's up?
Hi, and welcome today to to the show Delilah. I'm like all thrown off
Oh man,
now.
thank you. Thank you for having me on. I'm excited.
Our special
So I'm looking
guest.
forward to yeah. It's great to have me on, I guess. I mean, if yes, I guess. I don't know
Yeah,
how you guys
dude,
feel
it's
about
awesome
it.
to have you on. Oh
Well,
my god,
thank
I was
you.
so excited. I was like, Blue, I gotta get my girl D on though. And she's like, oh, okay.
Dude, like I
Whoever
was
you
so
want.
nervous. I haven't done like a like kind of intimate setting podcast in a long time. So this for me is just feels different. Like I said, I love the show that you guys got going. And so I'm excited. Let's go. I'm ready to get it going here. So
Awesome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're excited. Like, who's ready? I'm ready. um, so first, what we like to do is have everyone introduce themselves. Let's start with our guest today, because you're special.
Oh shucks. Well, yes, I'm Delilah HD. I am a podcaster at times, but I'm mostly a gamer. I'm a regular on the GRG podcast Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes what they call it K Mega time because usually we're late because of him, but that's a whole nother story. I also run several Reddit websites like for Record, Killer Instinct, Crackdown, Sea of Thieves, things like that. But I've been involved with gaming forever. It seems like it's just been a huge part of my life, and so I like to stay active in the community and things like that. So,
Amazing. That's awesome. And
but
can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
oh, like in my personal life, well, in my personal life, I am a full-time lead UI designer. And so what I do is, whether it's an application or a website, I do the concepts, design, and also develop that experience for people and for various other companies and things like that. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
We'll get more into that a little later. But let's let Luca introduce herself.
Sure.
All right, so hi, I am Luca, also known as Luca on the second floor. I don't really do anything. I'm very active on Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter. You can catch me ending fights with people quite often
Right.
during the week. I'm on Xbox Live a lot, and I'm like not. I don't really do anything, honestly.
Girl, you do enough. And then of course I'm Blue, and I am a streamer, gamer, podcaster now. And it feels so weird to say it, but like still. Um, and you can find me on Twitch, sometimes on and I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Xbox mostly because, Xbox.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you can find me a lot of places on YouTube, especially now. But let's move on to our next topic, which, of course, is our light topic, as you guys may know if you've been here before. And if not, I'll let you know. This is where we talk about something that's not too heavy, but we might make it heavy because, that's just who we are. So, moving on to the next topic.
No judgment.
And our topic today is Chivalry dead?
Ooh, it's a
Dun
good one.
dun dun. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man. So here this topic, I just we felt like it would be interesting to get people's take on chivalry and how we feel about it as women, and maybe in the chat you can let us know, or in the comments below, if you're a man or you identify as a man, how you feel about it, how much is too much, or is it sexist, is it not? Who would like to speak on that first?
Well, I can go first.
Go for it.
All right. So with me, I grew up in a mostly female-dominated household. My mom is a single mom, so I grew up with her, and I've grown up with strong women, and I never really had a father figure in my life. And I had my grandpa, but I wasn't at my grandparents' house all the time. So I would say that when it comes to feminism and all that stuff, I'm 100% down. However, I like it when guys are
Chivalrous.
gentlemen and
Yeah.
stuff. I like it when they pay for me. I like when they take care of me. I like all
Yeah.
that stuff.
I think it goes both ways though for females and males this day and age. But as far as the generic question, like is chivalry dead? No. I think it's very alive and well. And but I think sometimes as women we say, things like, oh, you don't have to get door for me, or you don't have to do anything for me, because we have that whole independence thing that's like resting on our shoulder. Like sometimes, just like Luca, I kind of grew up in the same situation. Like, with my mom being prevalent in my home, I had a father figure, but it was a completely different situation. I don't really want to get into that, but I just say that we as women sometimes need to kind of loosen up on that, because
Yeah,
being in the super independent all the time, it's great, but some guys are I said would say intimidated by it. um but no, my husband is amazing. Like, he is very chivalrous. Like, he still buys me flowers, he gets my door, like he cooks me dinner. He's amazing. And me and my husband have been married for like 5 years, and it's been great, it's been amazing. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, of course, this is not a stab at men.
of course not.
Yeah, it's definitely not a stab at men. Let's
It's
get
not.
that straight from the
No,
beginning,
did
guys.
you
We don't
notice over here
hate
comment
you.
in the chat for
We
real?
don't hate you guys.
No, but
We actually love
uh,
you.
like I said, it goes both ways. I mean, I still do things to, I would say make him feel special. So, to me, it's a level of respect that has to be there,
Right.
because I don't know, a lot of people. I've seen several relationships where, they argue a lot. We don't argue that much. Like, and when we do argue, we like nip it in the bud really quickly. So it's always just like a level of respect you have to have. So I don't know. I think, yeah, being chivalrous is amazing and great. Like, but it can be overpowering too much, and I think that's when it gets creepy if you're
Mm.
not like together.
What do you mean by overpowering?
Because I've been in a relationship prior to being married, where the guy was just constantly doing something just to, sleep with you, or, get with you, that kind of thing. And so that's when it kind of gets creepy, in my opinion. It's like you
yeah,
just doing all the extra hard work because you're trying to get laid and that kind
Mm-hmm.
of thing.
yeah.
I
So,
see.
The only time it becomes an issue is if they do something and they expect you to owe them.
right,
Mm-hmm.
Like they're
exactly.
just doing it to get something out of you, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what was interesting, I guess I can tell this story. My husband, like, we were dating, I would say about we were dating for about like 10 months or so, and he asked me to go on a cruise with him, and I'm like, okay, well, why do you want me to go on a cruise? I don't know about all that, and but I decided to go, and that was the when he proposed to me on a cruise ship, like in the middle of the ocean. So it was just like if I would have said no to the cruise, would he would have proposed? Like I don't know, right? It's just because I said
Mm.
yes, obviously.
Mhm.
So I mean, if I was like just really really scared and was like, okay, I'm not gonna go, then our relationship probably would have been slightly different. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, but I, mean, I guess that's just an example.
Right. How do you
Yeah.
feel about people who say, or how do you, let's first talk about women that believe or that hate the idea of chivalry or
Oh
don't
man.
don't want it. Like, what do you think? What do you ladies think about that? Because I personally, I mean, I haven't spoken on, said my feelings on it. I don't expect it from a man. I just believe everyone should respect each other and just, if someone's behind you, hold the door behind you. Like, I
Right.
don't need you as a man to be like, ladies first. Like, no. I mean,
Mhm.
I'll hold the door for guys all the time. I'm like, here
Yeah,
you
me
go,
too.
sir. Bye. Thanks. You're
Well, see,
welcome.
also I think it's like where you're from, because I know I'm from the South, and so that's a big deal to like to hold the door for the person behind you, or to say
Yeah.
thank you, you're welcome. It's a huge deal down here. I know I have family that's born and raised in New York, and I know it's slightly different there, and they don't care about a door and hit you stuff like that. So it's different for everybody, but I definitely know a lot of females that are like that. They don't want like they consider it a handout from a guy when something the guy did something nice. And I always tell like my homegirls, I'm like, look, you can miss out on a blessing because you're stubborn and you don't want a
Mm,
guy to hold a door for you. Like if I mean, it's so many ways this can go, right? In regards to
right,
kind of like
right.
conversation, but man, I mean, I just think sometimes as women, we don't want to give the nice guy a chance, you know.
Mm,
So
I see, I see. What about you, Luca? What do you say or think about the women who feel I'm a woman, I'm strong. Don't you fucking hold the door for me.
right.
Uh, I've
Do you know
I
anyone like that?
don't no, I don't know anyone like that, so I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
I
mean,
know I know quite a few. I'm in Atlanta,
yeah.
and like the the ratio from woman to man is ridiculous. Like it's 18 to 1.
Mhm.
Eight
So it's
women
insane.
to men.
18 women to
Oh
one man.
my. What?
Yeah, it's
Are you
insane.
damn? Like, would people be
Yeah.
fighting for like guys over
Dude, I'm
there?
telling you,
Like,
guys, it's a field day for guys. Like they can treat
jeez.
women like they don't necessarily have to be, all about it's insane. Like I said, that's a whole nother we can get into it, but I'd rather not because it can go along, but because the dating scene here is insane. I mean, it's ridiculous for guys. They can pretty much plow through them if you know what I mean. Um,
do they
but
do they believe in chivalry? The men.
yeah, some do, some do.
Mm-hmm.
I've never, when I think about the relationships I was in, like I never had a bad one, but I'm very selective. Like the guys I would date would always have like two-parent household because you got to think about me. Like I didn't have that, so I would always target guys that had like a father in the home, or something to kind of make them be men. I was always particular about that, but
Mm.
at the same time, that's kind of being selective and choosy and picky kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
See, what I've noticed is that people get upset because they feel like, okay, women want to be equal to men. So why, or this is what I've heard, why does a man have to treat a woman any differently? Like, if you don't want me to treat you differently, in a negative way, why do I have to treat you differently in a positive way? Is
mhm.
what I've heard arguments. Um,
Yeah, I've heard that too, but I guess in my thinking, like I'm old school, so I do
mm-hmm.
think a guy is supposed to take care of his woman, like, and but at the same time, like I said earlier, I mean, it's a two-way road, and in relationships should be 50-50.
Right.
It can't be one-sided, and that's all. I mean, but I do believe in the old school, like, yeah, my man, he gotta, dot dot dot, so to
Yeah.
speak.
That makes sense. I you know, hmm. I mean, for the most part. The only thing I don't really like guys doing, I don't like them assuming anything. Like if they do something
Hmm.
nice for me that I owe them or anything, which I've
Right.
said. And then I don't like when if like, I'm arguing with someone, they jump in. Listen, I can handle my own battles.
Mm.
Mm.
Like if you are dating me for a certain amount of time, you learn quite early on that I don't have any trouble putting people in their place. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I wouldn't want any guy like jumping in if I'm having an argument with someone. I'd want them to like step back and be like, "All right, okay." And then I want them to like listen to me when I'm bitching about something and be like, "Yeah, babe, you're right." But
Right.
also be able to say, "Perhaps, babe,
Yeah,
you're
like I'm
wrong."
looking at the chat now. I see this one guy said that most women will not date a nerd. Well, I married a nerd, so I mean, I don't, I don't think
Ooh.
that's necessarily true. Um, because I wanted to marry a guy that have the same interest that I have. He's a huge time, like he's a big time game. He plays way more games than I do. Um, and so I disagree with that. I think nerds rule the world, and so I hold them to a different guard than I do just your, I guess what people would consider a jock or anything like that. I
Mhm.
don't know. So I guess it's different for everyone, but you know.
Right. Because I mean, see, this is the thing about those things, right? Because these labels, right? What
Right.
one person might consider a nerd, quote unquote, another person might not. They might think that that's the coolest person ever, you know?
Exactly.
So it's interesting how things like that work. Of course, there's like, bigger society and the majority idea of what a nerd is and all that stuff. But
Mhm.
like, you could be the coolest person ever to someone. You can't let that hold you back. That's something I
Yeah,
would say to you,
Right. Yeah, you can't.
that's true.
Mr. Mistius.
Yeah.
The way I see it is like I need to date a nerd quotation marks because one of my exes, I was trying to play the Mass Effect trilogy and they would not leave me the hell alone. I was like, babe, listen, babe, listen. As a
Listen.
couple, we should take time apart, to enjoy our hobbies. And like, yeah, okay, babe, okay. But then they wouldn't stop messaging me, so I didn't get a chance to play that game till a year after. So all I'm saying is, I need someone who understands my hobbies and knows when to leave me the fuck alone.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause I've also dealt with females who they don't want to date like a gamer or like someone who sits down and like play video games or
Mm.
things like that. Like I've just I have various
That's
different types of
interesting.
friends.
Was there a
Yeah,
reason behind that?
I don't know. I guess they consider it lazy. You know that whole stereotype with gamers and stuff like that. I guess they read too much into that. Me, I'm different on that because I know where my husband is. Like I know what he's doing. That kind of thing. So I don't know. I mean, I really don't understand why they think that way. But I've heard it, several times, and they, a couple of my friends have told me like, I don't know how you deal with that. Like, it takes up so much time. I want to watch TV, and he's
Mm-hmm.
playing a game, and blah blah blah.
I
So,
mean, yeah, we talked about this last last episode where, people don't understand
mhm.
sometimes like why we're gamers and like I've gotten scoffed at like, oh, what'd you do? Play games, stream games. Like, what? That's all you did? So I can
Right.
definitely understand that being a thing in the dating world where you know you if they're not
Yeah.
interested in it, they don't think it's a cool thing to be doing, right? Because they don't do it, so why would they be interested in someone who does, I guess.
Right. Or they don't understand the entertainment part of it. Because I can play a game, and sometimes I don't feel like playing a game, and I'll watch someone stream. Just because I can get a similar experience and
Right.
kind of enjoy the story, that kind of thing. And they just don't. Some of my friends just don't get it. Like they don't understand the appeal, the draw, things like that. So,
It's true.
but
So if we feel like, see, I personally, like I said, don't feel any particular way about it either way. I'm not. I just believe in mutual respect.
right.
Um, but someone in the chat brought up that uh, they had a friend who wanted him to treat her like one of the guys, and she got mad when he made her pay for half the meal. So
Mm,
that's interesting, right?
mhm.
Because if you want to be treated like one of the guys, why get upset when you are?
Right.
Yeah, and that's kind of weird. Like, if it's a friend, I don't expect any of my guy friends to pay for me for anything.
Oh, definitely
Right.
not.
Same here. Same here. Like I know when I we in a dating phase within my relationship, like we the first couple few dates, I would say like the first 3 or so, he took care of the meals and things like that. And I told him like in the fourth date, that's when I kind of knew I was kind of like the guy. Like I'm gonna try to help him out a little bit because I know it's got to be rough. Like every time we go out, he's handling the bill. So I told him I was like, let's do a 50-50 split. Like either I get my own food, you get your own food, or we just do every other time. Like if you feel like you want to take care of it, and then the next time I get it, that kind of thing. And we just kept going back and forth,
Mhm.
alternating who pays for what. Because that's just how I am, though.
Yeah.
My thought process in regards to like money and who takes care of what is just skewed a little bit, I guess. Um,
Why
I know
is
you guys,
why do you think that is?
because I've been on both sides. Like I've been extremely, making food, trying to make soup out of ketchup, like eating noodles and things like. I've been on both sides of it. So now, like
Mhm.
having, fantastic dinners and $200 bills, things like that. So I've been on both sides of the spectrum, and it's like my concept behind it is just different. Like I try to enjoy life now. It's thankfully because of the paths I chose, that I'm doing better than I was before. But
Right.
That's good.
Yeah, it's the struggle's real. Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
I've been there, you know.
right.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Hmm.
And that's something too that you feel like, why do you need to be put in a position where it can be quite embarrassing if for whatever reason you don't have the funds to cover a date, let's say, and you have to stop dating because of it.
Yeah,
Something like that would
yeah,
be
and
kind of annoying.
like I guess too, when it came to like my husband, like I knew him prior to like the different parts of his life. So so this mysterious guy is hilarious in the chat. I'm sorry, he's throwing me off my game. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. But I knew my husband like in different parts of like my maturation, like me
Mhm.
becoming a woman, that kind of thing. So it is just different for me, I would like to say. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I just know what it's like. Here is a guy, you gotta think about it from a guy's perspective sometimes. Like they're taking a girl out and they probably have limited funds. Like I'm only taking 100 and such dollars because, I'm a college student or XYZ, and I gotta take care of me and her and how she's gonna judge me if I don't take care of dinner, or how she's gonna react if I ask her and then she's gonna think I'm a scrub because I can't take care of dinner. Like, so
Right.
I
Yeah.
guess for me, by the fourth day, I'm just like, let's be honest, because
Mhm.
I know what it's like to be, I can't take care of everything.
And that could be a huge blow to,
And
especially because in the world that we live in, well, and a lot of a lot of people believe that men are supposed to do things like that. Men are
right,
supposed to provide, and but like it can be a huge blow to someone who identifies as a man, their masculinity, um,
exactly,
to be in a position where they can't provide for whatever reason. And what sucks about that is that it doesn't make you less of a man if you cannot provide. Just like it doesn't make you less of a woman, if you identify with these terms, labels. If you can't, do something that women, quote unquote, you can't see my finger quotes, but they're there, are supposed to do. I feel like that makes the pressure. It makes it even harder to do what you want. You know what I mean? Crap says, I say if you're a guy, you pay for the dates every time, not for female friends, though. That sends a bad message. So I wanted to speak on that a little. You mentioned if you're with friends, you like split it or things like that. What if one party, let's say the man wants to be like more of a date, and then you're just like, yeah, let's split this, and they're like, like, has anyone ever had the situation where they're like, um,
yeah, like I don't know about that.
while on a
Yeah, I don't
date,
know about
or
that.
someone
I
just, you know,
I do I have this one friend which this shit had me fucking rolling yesterday. I would like to say beforehand, when if I'm out with a guy, um, like we usually take turns paying. That's how it was with the
Mhm.
last guy I was with. Like he would pay for one dinner and I'd pay for the next one and stuff.
Right.
So, but okay, so I went to a barbecue last night or yesterday, right? And I texted one of my guy friends. I'm like, "Hey man, I want a drink." He's like, "No, I got you when I get there, boo." And I was like, "Okay, okay, this is good. This is good." And his ass took too long to get there, so I was like, I gotta go. Like, I'm going home. I'm tired. And I text him. I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving. He's like, no, I'm almost there. I'm like, nah, fam, I'm leaving. He's like, okay, but I was just going. I was going just to see you. I was like, yeah, that's nice, but I'm still leaving. I've been here since 1. You, it's like 5 now. He's like, well, I walked an hour to the train and then like an hour on the train just to come and see you. And I'm like, I mean, I didn't ask you to do that though.
Right.
Like, don't make me feel like don't try to make me feel guilty about something I didn't ask you to do. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Right.
And like step your ass back into that friend zone, buddy, because I'm not having any of that.
Mm.
And he's like it's like he's one of my guys, so it's I mean we live 15 minutes away. He could have just been like, "Hey yo, do you wanna do
Go
you want to go
together.
together?" But like I don't know what the hell he was doing. So
Go together. I mean, that would have been smart if you
Yeah.
were.
yeah, right. An hour? Who walks an hour?
Yeah,
I
that's
was like
Damn.
sitting. I was thinking about this. I was like, damn. Would I ever walk an hour just to see someone I had like a crush on? The answer is fucking no. It's absolutely not. What?
Keeping it real.
I'm like, I'll fucking take an Uber. Like I've paid a
what
lot
if
of
they
money
can't?
on
What if they
Uber
can't
going to
pay
see my
for an
friend,
Uber
but
though? Like, what if they can't pay for an Uber then?
he's got a
Ooh.
car. He's got a car. He could have
Oh,
driven
damn.
over and
Okay.
parked at my place.
Why would
Okay,
he
I'm just
walk
saying.
though? That's so
I don't
funny.
know. What was he thinking?
It's a nice day. I'm just gonna walk for an hour. Let's
Wow,
go.
that's a
But then
long
again,
time.
like, then he knew you were waiting though, so that's kind of rude.
Fam, like I was sitting there, like I was making a joke with my other friend because it was his birthday and that's why he was having like a barbecue in the park or whatever, right? I was like,
Mhm.
oh, he texted me at 4. He's probably gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll just be another hour. He's probably gonna say that again at 5. Fam, he said that again at 5. I was like, okay,
Wow.
I gotta go.
I know, Luca. You mentioned friend zone. Has a guy ever got out of friend zone with you?
Hold on, let
Like,
me
have you
think.
ever, like, like, 'cause I'm always curious about that. It happened to me once, but I just, as a guy, ever just kind of like, take him out of the friend zone because I know usually when you friend zone somebody, like that's it, like it's stuck there, he can't get out, like,
Um, no, no. If I
Mm.
don't have any interest in you, then
yeah,
I don't have any interest in you. It does usually doesn't change.
yeah, yeah. That's what I thought. I was like, man, it's a rare occasion when the guy gets out of friend zone.
Yeah,
So I don't think he has a chance anymore. Yeah, it's a done deal.
yeah.
So let's talk about the opposite. Since you ladies enjoy chivalrous men or chivalrous people, if you run into a situation where you're on a date with someone, let's say, and this goes for everyone in comments, if you're on a date with someone and for some reason they do the opposite of that, if they are not chivalrous, if they don't hold the door open for you, if they treat you like they're equal, would that be a turn off for you guys? Like, would you decide, oh, no, this guy's done, you know?
Mm,
I mean, the way I feel about it is that as long as you're not being disrespectful in any way, I don't really care. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'll hold the door open. I hold the door open for people. Like I will, uh, like if I like you a lot, if I like you a lot, even if it's just as a friend, there's been instances where a couple of my girlfriends, I will walk them to the door and open the door for them and stuff. Like, I mean, it's all about respect for me. So as long as the
yeah.
person is respectful, it's all good. But if they in there like disrespecting me and being like, fucking talking to me like they don't have any goddamn sense in their brains, then it's an issue. But if you don't hold the door open for me or pull out my chair, I don't feel anything about that.
Mm-hmm. What about what about you, Delilah?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean, like Lucas said, it's all about love and respect. I think, like I said, should go both ways.
Right, right.
And as long as he ain't talking crazy and we on the same page,
So
we
what's
good.
disrespectful then?
Oh
Like
man,
I feel like for me, if we're on a date, put your phone away.
oh my goodness,
Like,
Yeah,
definitely. Don't be
that's a good
fucking with
one.
your phone the
dude,
whole
do
time.
do not like put your we're out. We're chilling. Like even if I'm in a relationship with someone, if we're out, we're out. Like we decided together we're going out. So let's fucking go out. Do not put your phone on the table and then like look at it every, 2 minutes. I'm talking to you. We could
Right.
be, I could be home. I could be playing a video game.
Yes. And I
Why am
think
I
too, I want
here?
to tell guys that's listening to this, like, for me, I mean, I could just be speaking for myself, but movies is not a good first date. It's just not. Going to a movie
Mm.
to me is not a great first date because you're not talking, you're not trying to communicate with each other. You're just all about the movie. Then you talk later. I assume if you're going out after that, that's different. I would guess.
Like dinner and a
But
movie.
like,
I
yeah, like
yeah, I like a movie and then dinner where you can talk about the
talk about the
movie.
movie, right? At least you got
Yeah.
something to talk about. That's
That's true.
different. But I'm talking about if you're just going to a movie and you're taking the girl home, or vice versa, you're taking the guy home. Like, don't just do that. Like, to me, that's the most terrible date you can go on. That's a bit off topic, but yeah, I just had
Yeah.
to get it off my chest a little bit.
I can see that because it's true. You're just sitting in a dark room and sitting next to a person like they might as well be a stranger, you
Right,
know.
exactly.
But yeah, the dates that I've been on usually have been dinner and a movie. It's never
Mhm.
just been the movie. It has definitely just been like dinner. That's
Yes, but
happened.
movie first, then dinner, right? It's not
Yeah.
dinner then
I
movie.
don't think
Okay.
I've ever done dinner or eating and then a movie.
Yeah.
Usually
Okay.
is that like the norm? Is that like dinner and a movie? Like that seems like that is a thing.
It's said like that. It's usually like dinner and a movie. I mean, I think it just rolls off the tongue really well, but I don't. I think the order is off, but that's
Yeah.
whatever.
That's funny. Cuz
Yeah.
I don't usually like to do what everyone else does. I mean, in my previous dates, I've done
Oh.
things like even things like going to the park and playing sports with, someone or going to do, I don't know, just different things. I feel like the more creative the better.
Hmm.
I
Oh yeah.
mean, I feel like if you put thought into it, you know what I mean? Then that makes it that much better in terms of like bringing someone on a date.
Right. So let's flip that though. Like, 'cause you know how the way you put it is like the guy is thinking of how the date's gonna go and what do you think is gonna happen, as far as setting it up as like dinner, then movie, the kind of thing. So like if we're gonna be treating like women the same,
Mhm.
the way you worded it. So like the woman doesn't do any planning when it comes to the date. This is what I'm getting at. Like, so unless you can just say, well, I don't really want to go to X, let's go to Y.
Right. Oh.
Because
If
usually
you
it's the
talk
guy that's
about it
planning the dinner.
beforehand, you mean?
Right. I mean, if you think about a guy when he asks a lady on a date,
Mhm.
right? He's pretty much probably comes up with ideas on like where they want to go, if they're going out to eat or something like that. But the woman rarely, if I'm not mistaken, think of, okay, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna
That's the thing too because you have to think about like who asks first.
Right. Right.
Right? Because if you ask someone, I think it's your job to come up with what to do. And I mean, we're of course we keep saying women, men, but of course this goes for any kind of relationship. So, if there is more masculine person in
Yeah.
a particular relationship, then, who asks? Because in the society that we live in, and in like the the relationships that society deems okay, the man is supposed to ask, right,
Right.
as a
That's what I'm used
masculine
to. I'm
thing.
used to
But
the
I feel like
man.
that's bullshit because I will definitely ask. I would ask anybody on a date if I feel like it because I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. And if you say no, I'll be like, okay, sad face, bye. Can we be
You're like,
can we be
move on to the next.
friends? Move on. Can we still be friends?
He like, let me at least friend zone this guy.
Oh no, no, probably not. I would just be like, all right, fuck you then, and I'll walk away. And I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
I would not do that, people. I'm sorry. No, but if you ask, I feel like it should be your job to plan. I don't know. How do you all feel in the chat? How do you all feel in the comments? Let us know below. We could definitely be way off on this. If you have a different experience, definitely let us know. But I feel like that's just like part of it. You're the one that decided to ask me. Then I mean, also I like being the like working together to come up with what to do. I
Yeah.
feel like that's cool. But then how much of that becomes more friends, you know?
Right. Exactly.
Like when does it become if you're planning it together, you do you feel like it's like, "Oh, we're just friends going out," It's not the same thing. I don't know. It could be
See?
different.
I'm really bad at planning stuff, so I prefer when other people like, are like, yeah, I want to go do this. I'm like, okay, thank God, because I like when I try to plan stuff with my friends and I'm the one like making the event. I'm like, oh my God, okay, so what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I'm like, I don't know. Whatever you want to do. This shit's stressful as hell.
Oh,
So
that happens to me too.
I don't think I could ask someone on a date because and be the one expected to like come up with the plans because I'm really bad at that stuff.
Do you like not think that far ahead? Do you just say, all right, I'm gonna ask this person, and if they say yes, we'll figure it out? Is that the case?
Base, I don't expect anyone to ever say yes when I ask them out.
Oh,
So
what?
I just don't think.
Oh, I would say yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, poor Luca. Everybody in the chat, you would say yes to Luca, right? Yes. Oh. No, I guess that's true because if you're not expecting it, or if
Mhm.
you're just one of those people that just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this, or if it's spontaneous too, right? Because if you just decided this person's so cool, like I'm just gonna ask them.
Like, yeah, I cross that bridge when I get to it.
Yeah,
So
like what if you're just a spur of the moment? I mean, is it bad though? Like if someone's like, hey, let's go on a date, but to be determined, is that like a turn off?
yeah, you gotta have a plan. Like you gotta have a plan if you're gonna ask me out. Like I don't
Hey, I
know.
wanna
I
I
guess
wanna
it's
take you to dinner, and then you're like, okay, when? And you're like, I'll get back to you
You're
on
like,
that.
I'll get back. And then like, it's a no for me, dog. Like, Lady Infamous makes a great point. She's like, call me new fashion, but if I ask someone out, I want to do something where we can get to know the person better. Movies is a no. That's a good point.
right. We
Right,
mentioned that
right.
earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about that infamous. We were like, at least dinner, like add dinner on there.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like I like to do fun things. I like to do an activity. I like to do, I don't know, like an arcade, or
Yeah.
I don't know, go play some ball, like go a baseball game. Like that shit's fun to me. But I'm not normal, guys and gals, so just so you know. And everything in between. I don't know. That's just funny though. I want to go out with you, but I don't know where and I don't know what, but I do want to go out with you. If someone said
Yeah.
that to me, I would be like, okay, so yeah, I don't think I want to do this anymore.
Well, see,
Basically,
I just feel like
because
when you, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead,
I'm
go
sorry.
ahead, go.
So I
Yeah,
was gonna
no,
say
you're
is
chill.
that like, it's always more flattering and to me more sexy when a guy says, this such and such is coming in town. I would like to take you with me, or they just kind of know what's happening and they will just want to invite you to a certain situation. Like I absolutely love that type of when someone's asking you out kind of deal. Like, let's say it's a I don't know, a concert or something like that, and they say, "Oh, so such in town. Do you want to go with me?" Or this movie just came out. Do you want to do dinner in a movie? Like they just kind of know what's going on, and that's how they approach with asking. I think that's way more flattering than I'll get back to you next week when I found out what's going on, and we'll
Yeah,
figure it out
I'm
later. Because it
like,
makes me feel like you're not
if you
serious.
want to get back to me, then you should just fucking ask me next week. Don't ask me
Oh,
early.
think
Exactly.
put some thought into this shit. Damn,
Hmm.
it's scary though. Asking people out.
It is. It is.
It
It's.
definitely is scary. That's why I don't believe it should be put on any particular kind of person. You
Hmm.
know, because shit, I'm scared when I ask people out.
Hmm.
If I ask people
I
out,
think it's normal though. I think it should be like.
I'm scared when I ask people to be my friend. What if they say no?
Me too. Me too. I don't
I
even
mean,
ask
Are
my
we
friends if
cool?
they want to hang out.
Like, are we cool?
I mean friendships, right? Because friendships are kind of the same. Where all like there are rules that if you ask
Yeah.
someone for their number, even if it's just a friend, like I want to be friends with you, we should exchange numbers. Like someone could very well be like, no, I
Yeah.
don't
Like, nah,
like
fam.
you.
Yeah. Rejection.
No
Oh my
thanks.
goodness.
You rant too damn much. I don't want to hear that shit over the phone.
Oh my god. I have never felt so insulted in my
Oh,
entire
but
life.
wait, I thought Luca never ranted though.
Oh,
Oh,
I've never ranted a day in my life.
oh my goodness. I definitely feel like it's all nerve wracking.
mhm.
Again, I feel like chivalry, right? Again, I don't believe in it necessarily. I don't believe that women need to be treated like some kind of like we can't do things like, oh my gosh, I need help with, like
Hmm.
offer it because you're being respectful and you're being a nice person, and then that's a good look for you.
Right.
In my case.
I agree. I mean, I agree with you. I mean, I think, wow, I mean, shoot, I think guys is wow. I mean, they're now with the way society is, they're kind of put in a hard place. It's like, do I
Mm,
be chivalrous or do I don't be?
I know,
Is she
right?
super independent or is she not? Like, what's going on? So,
It would be funny, and please, if you're listening, let me know if you've ever done this or seen someone do it. But it would be hilarious. I'm sorry, I'm mean sometimes. To me, it would be hilarious if someone's like, "Hey, can I help you with your bags?" Right? And they're like, "No, I'm a woman. I'm
I got it.
strong.
I got it.
I can do this." Right? And then like yelling at the at the person trying to help them, and then they can't do it anyway. Yo,
Hmm.
dude, I don't know why I live in the city. I should see crazy things like this all the time, but I've never seen that before. It would be
Yeah, if someone
hilarious.
asks me to help my hold my bags and I'm really like struggling, I'm like, look, yeah, go ahead. I need help, definitely.
I
I'm cool.
like. Are you gonna steal my groceries though? I mean, that's the first thing I would be
I
thinking.
do think
Like,
about that. Yeah, for sure.
Well, if they're wearing their grocery outfit, like they work there, that's different.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, you work here, so you're
Or
gonna
what
help me
about
with
like
the
a
bags.
suitcase? Like, oh, I can help you with your bag. What, are they run away with my shit? It's real though. It's a thing. Oh my god. The first thing I ask is, does this rag smell like chloroform? What?
I don't
That's
think chloroform has a smell.
that's creepy. Yeah, that's the joke. He's just gonna knock you out and bring you. Yeah, be careful with this one,
Yeah,
people. I know
He's
you're just
always saying
joking.
creepy stuff on Twitter. I mean, that's my bro, but he got me side eyeing him 99% of the time.
I feel. What about the situations where, if we're talking about chivalry, if let's say for example someone who takes advantage of it, right? Because there are people who take advantage of everything, every
oh yeah.
situation. So let's say,
Absolutely.
for example, if someone, I don't know if anyone has been in this situation before, but let's say if someone takes advantage of the fact that, let's just say they're women, and they're using men, and they're in the chivalry that may still exists or whatever, to get what they want from them, right? For
I can
example, go ahead.
comment on
Yeah,
this.
for sure. Let me know.
I have friends who do this. Who like I have this one friend, and she'll go on a bunch of like Tinder dates. She'll be like, yeah, I date, and they usually pay, and then I can just be like, bye, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Like she
Wow.
does that. Like she'll go out with guys just because she knows they'll pay for her. So I have a friend like that. So
Huh.
it definitely happens.
She's abusing the system. That's what it seemed like.
That
Yeah,
kind of
she's an
sucks.
Aquarius, so I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
That kind of sucks because then that makes, see, and then this is why we
It
run
ruins it
into
for everybody else.
issues, right? Because people say, oh, like all women want is for the man to pay for the drinks, right? Or all, like, why is that the thing? Why is that the case that men or that particular people have to pay for the drinks? I don't understand that. Like, I pay for my own fucking drinks. I don't even drink, and I pay for my own fucking drinks.
Right.
I pay for my own soda, okay? Like, if I don't ever go out. You'll know this, people, if you listen more. But, if my friend decided to drag me somewhere, I'm not gonna lie. It's flattering to be offered a drink. Um, I don't know. I'm torn about that because I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
say
gonna
no.
lie. Getting free drinks is awesome. I'm sorry, it just is. I mean, because drinks are expensive. I mean,
They
even the
are.
They
reasonable
Are
ones
you
are.
are like
kidding me?
$8 a
If
pop.
someone's like, "Do you want me to buy you a drink?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, go buy me a drink." I'm gonna come
Right.
with you though to make sure nothing, you don't do anything shady. But like, yeah, go ahead and. But honestly, if people offer to like, you have to be a very particular person in my life for me to not want you, like, not be okay with not even that. To, for me to be like, when you offer to like pay for me for anything, because I have this
Mhm.
one friend, and I take good care of her, and pay a lot when I'm hanging out with her,
Right.
and like I can. She gets frustrated sometimes. She's like, "Well, I want to pay for you because you're always doing this and this," and I'm like,
Right.
nah,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, I'm
Like
like
I
that too.
feel like hesitant about doing that, and she's pretty much the only one. But for everyone else, I'm like, hey, you want me to buy you a drink, or you want me to carry your bags, or you want me to do this and this and this? I'm like, go ahead. We struggling in streets right now. I'm poor. I had $4 to my name on Thursday, so I'm completely fine with it.
What a.
Right. Like
Mhm.
I'm the same way with when it comes to my friends too. Like if I'm able, I help, because I know what it's like. I've been on both sides. So I know it's great, and sometimes it can be um intimidating, I guess is what I
Mhm.
want to use there, because sometimes, and some friends do abuse that. They're like, oh, Delilah, and I need, or could you help with, and that gets
Oh
annoying.
Oh well, I mean, if they do that, are they really your friend?
Absolutely not. Listen, I mean I know someone like that who there was like when I was 21, there was this one guy in our group of friends who had a lot of money, so he was always paying for everything, right? And like I could tell that a lot of people that were around were just hanging out with him because he would like pay and stuff. And I was like,
Mm.
huh, I don't like any of that. Like, and
Yeah.
I have someone who would occasionally ask me for money, but since I know how that nigga is, oh, sorry, Blue, sorry, but since I know how he is, I'm like, no, I'm not, no, I'm not giving you any money, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like um when when I am out with, okay, so with friends it's different because I'm not going to expect my friends to pay. Like usually if I'm out with friends we split it, whatever. But if, or like what you said, if someone pays, I definitely will pay the next time. Something like that. It's fine.
Right. Yeah.
But I feel like, for example, let's say if we do um go out and someone's like, "Hey, can I buy you drinks?" Like, if you say yes, is that opening the door to something? Like, are you saying, is this like a secret language like that I don't understand, that you're just like, I'm interested
The
in
I
you
owe
if you buy me
mentality.
drinks?
You talking about like the I owe you mentality, like, oh, and now
Oh
you owe
yeah,
me because I bought you a drink, or now you owe me because,
Just like, oh, if I'm buying you drinks, that means you're interested in me, right? Right? So I can kiss you
yeah,
now, like that kind of thing.
yeah, mm,
yeah. I think that's a mentality that I don't know. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it. I think if you're gonna do something nice for someone, you should just do it without expecting anything back. Is how I
hmm
feel about it.
But is
yeah.
buying someone a drink at a bar, let's say for example, nice, or is that like a move?
It's a move.
Both. It's both. It's nice,
Yeah.
because like I said, I like getting free drinks, man. So so for
But
me,
if
it's like,
it,
oh
so
man, this
let's
is,
say if someone you
you know,
definitely are not into walks in, because there has to be chemistry, there has to be, whatever. So if someone walks up to you and is like, but they're not funny, let's say, I don't know, or you don't find them interesting, and they're like, "Can I buy you a drink?" Are you gonna say yes because it's a nice thing that they're
oh no,
doing?
I won't say no if I'm not interested. If I'm like,
I'll say
uh,
no.
I say no, thank you. No, thank you. I'll get my own drink, or no, it's okay. We can buy a drink for my friend, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm like, nah, I'm good, fam, and I keep it moving. I don't talk to people who are boring and I'm not interested in them. I just keep it moving. So
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So that's another thing, right? That these things are definitely, it's definitely done for specific purposes, right? The games that we play in this relationship slash dating slash whatever the fuck world. All right. Well, I personally, I don't know. I usually say no just because I don't drink anyway. But I don't know. It just seems kind of funny. Like, if you're interested in me, why do you think that offering me to buy? I guess it's just the way it works. But like offering me a drink doesn't make me more interested in you. What makes me more interested in you is if you say something cool, funny, snappy, I don't know, like something different. Be different. That's what will make me interested,
Hmm.
you know? And I feel like people
I mean,
don't.
Sometimes you just there for the free drinks, though. I'm serious.
I think Shanzu said it good. They're like, if I offer to buy you a drink, it's because I want to get to know you better. If you're not interested, then just say no
No, thanks.
thanks.
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mm. I see.
It's
All
definitely
right,
like
all
I
right.
saw Infamous said that it's definitely a move. Like she feel like it's a move. It is a move. I mean, but sometimes when you out, you just want to like it's $8. I'm not about to pay $8. It's like I'll take the free drink because right.
Interesting. All right, all right. Cool. Sounds good. I think we can move on to our. Oh, what?
Oh my goodness.
That one guy, what Mistius? He's like, nah, drink some pop. Oh my god,
Uh,
that's so good.
drink some pop. Pop is cheap though.
He's been on it to that today in the chat.
Nah,
He's
he's
been
funny as hell.
serious in here.
That's good.
Pop is definitely drink. A lot
Yes.
cheaper than a drink. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Um.
I forgot you guys refer to soda as like pop.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
different.
So, well, I don't, but I know people who do, so I know what it
Oh,
means.
okay, okay, okay.
I say soda, I say pop. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people say soda, some people say pop, some people just say Coke. They don't even like categorize the other ones. I'm like, what about Pepsi though? No, that's Coke too. I was like,
Right.
oh, okay, all right. Whatever you say, sir, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's move on and yeah, we're gonna do some questions because why not? Let's definitely get into our question time, which is usually what we do first, but today we jumped into our topic first just to change things up a little. Today we have Delilah, so we're going to answer some questions. And these are new questions that we have not answered before, so that should be fun. Moving on. So we have a few questions that we can ask today, and they're always fun. So definitely chime in the chat if you would like. Chime in if you would like to in the comments below because we always love to hear your answers. And let's get the first question up. First question is, if you could throw any kind of party, what would it be like and what would it be for? Let's go first, Delilah. Go for it.
Well, if I can throw any kind of party, I love the whole family feel. So for me, it has to be like cookout in the backyard with the music going.
Nice.
Just for anything. Like it doesn't have to even be for a certain or just a reason. I just like getting the family together, great food, great music. So yeah, everybody dressing comfortable. You don't have to worry about like wearing heels or trying to be super sexy. Just have fun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sit and the smoky air. I just love that whole the barbecue smell, the whole feel of it. It's just I love it. It's the whole
Barbecue
family thing.
food is so fucking amazing, though.
It is. It
Like,
is. And I'm talking about that real stuff too, that charcoal barbecue, not
oh,
that
yes.
not that propane tank with the I'm talking about that real
The
smoke, super
cold,
smoky.
yes.
Right.
I love that stuff. I haven't had that in years.
Yeah.
I mean, this usually it's like a Memorial Day or, 4th of July kind of thing to
Yep.
do.
Exactly. With the
Yeah.
yeah,
ribs and the I mean, man, the
Oh my
beef
God,
we're
you're
good.
making me hungry.
and the
I had some fire ribs
and the
from
brats
Memorial Day.
and the
I
Oh
mean, Luca, you went to a
god,
barbecue, didn't you?
I did. It was good. It was good. Yeah, it was. You know what? I'm not. I will tell you my full feelings on it off airs, but
I mean, of course, like it depends on which barbecue you go to, right? Because if you go, I mean, if when I go to my family barbecues, I know what I'm expecting. Like I know who
yeah.
cooks good stuff and I know who doesn't. So I will be staying away from particular things. And then but if I go to, I don't know, like a friend's barbecue, it's so different.
Be selective, right?
Yes,
Super
like I'm
selective.
like, this
Yeah.
looks questionable. I'm probably not gonna eat that. That looks good. All right, let's grab a little of this. But then it's like, I don't know if any of this is gonna make me sick. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a
yeah.
Some of it's
gamble.
like that though. I mean, I think it's everybody because you comfortable with the food that you grew up on, So and like if your aunt can do something really well, or if your mom is good with something, or so on and so forth. Like so, I mean, but
Yeah,
definitely barbecue.
barbecues are fun. What about you, Luca? What kind of party would you throw, and what would it be
It would
for?
it would probably be either an anime theme for like a anime show I like, or a video game theme, because I'm down for that hardcore.
Ooh, that's cool.
With the
Yeah,
whole
I think that.
cosplay and everything too.
Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. Now, I've never cosplayed before, and I've never been to like any of the conventions or anything, but
Mm-hmm.
I think really cool. You know, maybe like a Dark Souls party where the drinks are like Estus flasks and stuff. Like, you guys don't know what that is, which is fine, but it's like something like that. I think that'd be really cool, and I'd probably just throw it to throw it. Not for any particular event. So
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel like I would go to the both of your parties. Just saying. So if you
oh,
invite me and I have money for some kind of like ticket somewhere, I would do that.
Yeah.
I personally, I've always wanted to go to or throw because I've never been to one for whatever reason. A masquerade party. I don't
Oh,
know why,
wow.
but I feel like those are so freaking cool. Like you put your mask on, like no one knows. Well, they'll know who you are because like come on. Like if someone's like hi, you know their voices, but if I put like a full mask on and I just go in there and like don't speak and then I'm just like breaking it down the dance floor, nobody knows who I am. They'll be like, who this lady in this mask, like this on the dance floor looking like she no, like stop it. And I'll be like, bye, and I'll like leave and no one will know. You know, that's I feel like that's cool.
oh,
It's
that would be
mysterious,
very cool. I've always wanted to go to a masquerade party. I think that'd be dope.
so dope. But it's yeah, it's kind of a lot of planning, a lot of like a lot of buying stuff because it's supposed to be fancy. That'd be cool. But would be a Halloween party, and Tony mentioned that he throws one every year, so that's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
See, Halloween for me is
Halloween's
great.
my favorite holiday. So
Yeah, for me, Halloween is great until it gets creepy. Like I'm not a person that does well with scary games or anything like that. So if you're coming into the Halloween party with like some scary mask on, trying to creep everybody out, I couldn't do it. I'll have to leave. I'm just like, this is not gonna fly.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
I'm such a wet when it comes to stuff like that. Like, yeah, it's bad.
Free Bro mentioned his friends and him throw a Game of Thrones party. That's pretty
Mm,
cool. That's awesome.
yeah, that's great.
If you do like a show based show like Luca was mentioning, I think that's pretty cool too. Especially if you get a whole bunch of people that are fans. Yeah, that would be awesome. And if you dress up like that too, for sure. I guess what how would you like? Would you guys fight over who gets to be who? Like if you can only do like one character each, or
Oh
would you have like
gosh, yeah.
multiples of the same? Imagine if everyone showed up as the same character, and you're like,
Yes,
fuck.
everyone showed up as Jon Snow.
Oh
Yeah, that would be
man.
bad.
Shansi said that he would like to throw a 1920s themed murder mystery dinner party.
Oh wow, I want to go to that. That
That would
sounds
be freaking cool.
amazing.
They do those things too here in the city. They do like little like murder mystery. Uh, it's like a place that you go to that they like set that thing up. But that would be awesome.
It's like a dinner movie theater type thing.
Oh yeah, sort of. I mean, it's I've never been, but the way that they describe it is just like you have to figure out who the murder. It's the murder mystery, but it's
Like
like in a
clues.
room, and they also have you escape the room kind of idea
Ah,
too. That's pretty cool. I want to
see
try
that
that.
it's getting too creepy. I
I
couldn't.
know, right? I mean, they won't lock you in there for too long. You have like a particular
Right.
amount of time that you have to escape by, but it's with strangers, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
that seems like a no for me, dog. I don't know about any of
The
that.
strangest part. Like I was good up until then. Like
Yeah, I mean, you can sign up with friends if you want, but you have to have a particular amount of people. So that's, I mean, unless you have that many friends, I mean, I don't. I'm just saying.
I don't either. So
Lady Foxfire says Buffy party. Let's do this.
oh,
Buffy, I can do my angel dance in person. Crappy says.
since you guys are probably, I've never seen Buffy. Like my husband, he rants and
what?
raves about Buffy all the time. I've never seen the show.
All
Like,
right, let's kick her off the show. Let's like I.
Wow.
and I know that I can catch up on it now because it's like on I
There's
think
a lot
Netflix.
of episodes.
So I mean, I take that back. I maybe only saw like maybe one episode, but it was in the middle of like while it was airing live. I saw
Uh,
that, but I've never like set out and I'm gonna watch the show.
Buffy's fun. I like that show. I did a
So
marathon like
add
a
that to
while ago.
I'll add it to my bucket list. I'll probably just run through it just for you guys. I'll run
It's
through it just for
definitely
you
dated
all.
though. Just letting you know in advance.
Oh
You're
yeah.
gonna be
Oh
like,
yeah, I know.
wow, these people
I
wore this. Are you
I love
serious?
it.
You love dated shows?
Well, no, I love Buffy.
Oh, you love Buffy?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I love Buffy. That's one of the shows where I airing. Let's see here. It started airing in 1998, so I would have been like, I'm not really good at math, but I would have.
Um, Luca's
And I
Luca.
She kind of
but
faded.
You're botting a little, but what was the last thing you said?
I am. I'm botting me,
Yeah, yeah,
Luca. I'll
yeah.
just leave and
Yeah.
come back.
All right,
I'll leave and come back.
all right.
I have to check it out though, because I do like Sarah Michelle Gellar. So
I do
um,
too.
I think so. I'll have to, because like I said, my husband talks about that show all the
Uh,
time.
I'm
You need to
surprised you didn't
recently
watch
to
it
watch.
with him.
No, no.
Was that like,
I'm older than my husband by
uh huh,
3 years,
uh
so
huh?
it's like I just missed it somehow. I don't know. But he's all about it. Like he's seen every episode and Angel. So
I
and
know those spin-off shows too. Yeah, Angel.
yeah.
That's how you know a show did well if
Angel's
they.
trash.
But I mean, that's how you know a show did well, that if they try to do spin-offs, you know.
Yeah. But that's one it's another one he wants me to watch too. I think it's and I just couldn't get into the characters. I believe it was called actually Tony mentioned it in the chat, Roswell, the one with the alien people or whatever. Like
Oh.
I can't watch that either because the main character is just I couldn't read the main
Mhm.
character, so I just couldn't do that show. But I definitely want to go back and watch Buffy. Just for the record.
At least you're trying.
Smallville is Smallville. I watched every season, but that show was boring, so I don't know about that.
You said Smallville
Okay.
was boring.
Yeah, that's what she
It's Superman
said.
though, right? Like how is? See, I've never seen that
He
either. So
wasn't even Superman until like the very end. Come on now, he
yeah.
called himself like the Blur or something.
He said to cut your mic out. Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Hey, honestly, I don't. I mean, Buffy was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, but
Mhm.
you know, everyone has their opinion. But I
Yeah.
will say it's definitely dated. And I think it's funny to watch dated shows sometimes, but I can't always watch dated shows sometimes. So,
Oh
but
yeah,
they
I
have
have no
like a lot
problem
of
with that.
jokes and stuff, so
I
it
will
wasn't
go
that
back and I will catch up. I will watch a show. I will go back and watch a show. So it's not that big of a problem for me.
Yeah.
And you know, because I know how the technology was different, like the special effects and stuff is not always up to par. To me, I just laugh at stuff like that. So yeah, you know, I guess I kill two birds with one stone. Watch it for hubs, and then make sure you let you guys know. Yeah, I finished Buffy finally, and stuff like that. So
Nice, very
That'll be funny to hear from you later. You're gonna just tweet at us and be like, "Hey, just finished." That's gonna be a long time from now though, because that show is long.
wow, I think I know why. I was looking at when Buffy aired,
Mhm.
and like, wow, I was in high school. I was in high school when that aired, and so
I was in like
when I was
elementary.
listen, when I was in high school, when that aired, like I, wow, when I think about it, I was taking college courses while I was in high school. So my summers and anytime, like I was always doing something else outside of school too. And then when I went to college, like immediately after high school, I was, yeah, I see why I didn't see it. Now I'm looking at how when it aired. So
Too busy for that.
yeah, I was going through some things during those years, man. Wow.
Yeah. So let's move on to our next question. What is your biggest fear? I can go first for
Oh,
this. My biggest fear is heights. So I don't like being up high on edges. Like I am not about that life. Luckily, I think I conquer it a little. I don't fully conquer it because Lord knows if I go on a roof, like, do not invite me to a rooftop party unless you have a fucking gate around your roof because no, like, no. I have a no, I'm just like not gonna do that.
Mm.
I
So yeah,
I
height.
my height, yeah, my fear of heights is just real. But what's interesting is that I will get on a roller coaster. Yes, that I will do as long as I'm like strapped in, and best believe. Well, after watching Final Fantasy, that kind of had me questioning roller coasters for some time. But I have been on roller coasters, and I will do that, but I will not be like jumping off of a ledge. You know those, like, if you go to, I don't know, Six Flags, and they have that thing where they strap you up to this like about like bungee kind of thing. I will not be going bungee jumping. Nah, that's not happening. And um I
Do
mean,
the giant drop.
yeah, yeah, like are you nuts? Like, are you crazy? Don't, why are you doing that? What if that shit snaps in half, like, while you're, like,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know, maybe I'm too heavy for this, or maybe someone before me like made the wire all weird, and then all of a sudden it's just gonna like snap, and I'm gonna like die because I decided to jump off of a fucking cliff. Like,
mm.
I don't know, I want to die in a more less my fault kind of way. um
Well, that's my
so
fault. Like I don't want
yeah,
to trip in this.
but I would do a roller coaster. There hasn't been too many stories that scare me about that. But I will say that it took a lot for me to go on my first roller coaster. But when I did, I was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. I don't know. I'm just really afraid of heights. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not as bad as some people that I've seen, because I know someone who definitely, like, those in the playground, the little play structures that they have inside there. I know someone who definitely would not go up those things. Like, she
Oh wow.
definitely would not even, like, and me, I'm just like, what? It's not that high. It
Yeah.
has to be like significant, like high enough for me to die, and then we
Right.
have a problem. So that's what I'm afraid of. What are you afraid of?
I guess I'll go next. I you know what's interesting about this topic is like I gave this a lot of thought. Like I was super serious about it. And so for me, my two biggest fears at this point in my life is being broke again and
mm.
dying after my husband. Like
Mm.
because I don't I just don't want to be a widow, man. Like I need him. I need him too much.
Wow.
So
That's deep, because
yeah, I mean I thought I guess I thought about that thing for like a while. It's like, man,
that's I mean, that's a real fear. Like, if you lose the person that's like, you know, arguably the closest person to you.
yeah, it's like I feel like he's an extension of me. Like I feel like this part of me would be gone. You
Oh my
know,
god, that's
it's
so romantic.
I
Oh my god.
it's
It's
just a
like
sentimental thing.
Titanic.
But I'm telling you, it's just something like I've thought about that, because it's real. Life is the only thing.
Yeah.
I mean, excuse me, death is the only thing that's guaranteed. Like
Mm.
money can go, everything else can fade, but that's guaranteed. It's like being broke again. Okay, cool, I could
That's
deal with that, but yeah, being a
Yeah.
scary.
widow is it is
That
it
is
is.
scary. I mean, I feel like I
I
yeah.
hate to get super dark, I ain't mean to
No,
take
no,
it there.
no. I mean, no, for sure. This is what it's all about. I mean, your biggest fear. That's the question. Like, it could be superficial, or it could be, super real. And mine was
Yeah.
definitely superficial. Like, what?
Well, no, I understand the heights thing. I mean, that's very real. That's very real. I mean, I'm scared of heights to a certain extent. I'm probably not on the level that you are, but I don't want to be. I don't want to skydive or go or be on a tall building or anything like that. So I completely understand.
Yeah.
But being broke again, oh man, I just remember the struggle. That was hard. I don't ever want to go through that in my ever, 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 ever.
Mm-hmm.
Because being an adult is super hard
It
but it's
is.
fun. So definitely being broke, and the situation with my husband though, it's just like, man, I just I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to imagine it, but it's something that's very possible and very real. So
Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah.
very real. I mean, statistically, husbands die first.
right,
So it's definitely a possibility.
yeah, but I hope that's like I'm in my 90s and we're like super old and barely stretch each other's backs and stuff like that. Like, like
Yeah.
I want to be mad old and that's it. Like I don't while we're young, I don't want to have to even. I mean. I just think about how it is in society right now and the whole situations you see on the news. And man, my husband's super successful, and just to be where he is in his life and where I am in mine, it's just I just don't want to even go that deep into thinking about like, dang, what would life be like without my husband right now? I mean, it's interesting
Mm,
because it's not like I depend on my husband. I work for my own money. He works. It's
right.
not like I depend on him or anything like that. It's just the love is real, and it's like I don't I don't want to lose that. So
That's deep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is a great answer.
it really is.
yes.
It's so
With this sigh,
sad.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna cry.
No, it's completely fine. Thank you for feeling comfortable enough to share that with us.
Yeah, I mean, this it was a legit question, so I was like, you know what, I'm a really go there because it's a real question. What's your biggest fear? And that's just mine. You know.
Yeah, that's a that's a really good answer. Good answer. Now Luca Luca
Yeah.
has to follow up with something. Sorry. No.
I I'm scared of drowning because I don't know how to swim.
You don't know how to
And
swim. Uh oh.
don't know how to swim.
Take some swimming
Yeah, I
lessons.
fell in a pool. I was like grandpa had to get me. And then when I was in middle school, these girls, I mean, I guess I was never really thought about it, but these girls like dragged me and that happened. So I guess drowning would probably be my biggest fear. I'm
Mm.
like 99% sure that I'm gonna die by drowning. And
Really?
I
Okay,
like every time I go on a
I,
yeah, every time I go on a cruise or something, because I go on cruises even though I'm afraid of the water, I'm like, this is where it ends for me.
yeah, but
So
cruises are awesome though. I mean,
they are. That's just why I go.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I mean, scared of that. Another thing I'm scared of. I mean, yeah, I would say that's like one of my biggest fears. Probably, I'm scared of losing my parents.
Mm.
But I know that's something that's just gonna happen. Um, I often say that. I mean, I'm like, oh, I hope I go before my mom, but like that would be for her. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That's hard because that's something I haven't. I mean, I've thought about, but I haven't like given deep thought to. And I guess it's maybe because while I know I mean, I know it's a reality, like it's something that can definitely happen. I feel like dealing with death is hard.
It is. It is.
I don't I've never, I'll be honest, I haven't had to face that yet. I mean, I've had people in my extended family pass
Hmm.
away. Um and I think about like, people that are closer to me, they're still, living, which is, I'm blessed for that, but like
Right.
I don't know if I'm ready, you know?
Mhm.
But I guess who's really ready to lose someone ever?
Yeah, because
That's
like
true.
my sister passed away at 16.
Wow. I'm
My mom
sorry
was
for that.
oh, I mean, everybody always every time I mention that, people's like, "I'm sorry," and it's like,
It's just
it was
hard
it
to
was
like
such a
bring
long.
if it's like bring brought up.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, and people just they're being super nice and stuff like that. I understand, but it's just like at this point, it's been so long ago now, and then it's like it made everything definite for me. You know what I mean? It's like I knew then at that point I had to get my stuff together. I had to really, really think about life. And that's when my life changed. I mean, so um and like one day I don't want to go into my story here, but like one day I will tell it and
Mhm.
just
Yeah,
because I
definitely
think it
don't.
needs to be told. But
Yeah.
man, I mean, wow, I mean it's just like dying is real. Like it breaks you sometimes and it builds you sometimes. So yeah.
Yeah, see, I mean, we get into serious topics here, people, and we don't want to throw any of you off, but if you do have some answers to like what is your biggest fear, definitely answer down below in the comments. Definitely let us know. Some of you guys let us know in chat already. But yeah, I mean, it's a deep question. Definitely is. But let's move on to our next question. If you were reincarnated as an animal, drink, or ice cream flavor, what would it be? And now we have to do each one, all right? It has to be one animal, one drink, one ice cream flavor. Go. Go, Delilah. You go.
Yes, I'll go first. As an animal, I love butterflies, so I have to pick a
Oh,
butterfly.
damn, that's so nice.
I just love them. They're just gorgeous. So that would be the animal. As far as the food,
The
oh
drink.
wow, the drink. Oh man, Long Island iced tea. It's
Oh,
got all things mixed in there, man.
okay. An alcoholic one. I see.
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
like,
One drink
yeah,
is
you
good.
better.
One drink, that's all it takes. Good one drink.
That's
Um,
funny.
and I would say the last thing, as far as the food, you said food, right? Or dessert?
Ice
What'd you
cream.
say? Ice cream, ice cream. Okay, yes, my ice cream have to be cookies and cream. That's my favorite ice
Cookies
cream.
and cream. That's so
Cookies and
good.
cream.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's my
God, cookies and
faves.
cream is life.
Yes.
That's
It's
good.
just amazing. Extra Oreo. Oh my goodness,
Oh
loaded
my, you
cheese,
just
extra
know
Oreo.
exactly too. You're like, pick up every single Oreo piece in there. You better scoop that shit up, right?
Oh my
Exactly.
god,
Yo,
I'm
that's
watching
hilarious.
the birth ship right now.
You're watching the what?
The birth of friend.
Oh my
Perfect.
God.
Oh gosh.
I'll go next. An animal. I think I would be a dog. As like weird as that sounds, but I love dogs. I can't really like be around every single dog just because I have allergies, and some dogs set that shit off like crazy. Like I'm talking about hives and
Oh wow.
sneezing and eyes watery. Like if your dog is dirty, and people, let me just tell you, like please wash your dogs. Like wash your dogs. Like if I'm walking around the street and your dog walks up to me, okay, fine. I don't mind so much because like I'm a dog. I don't know if I would say I'm a dog person, but I like dogs. They're nice sometimes, whatever. It's fine. I mean, you shouldn't let your dog walk up to anybody. That's number one. But let's just say you do, and I'm fine with it. Okay, I'll pet them a little, like fine, okay. But if your dog is dirty to the point where if I pet them a little and my hand gets hives, then what the fuck? Like that's a problem. Like what are you doing to
Wow,
your
you're
poor
allergic for
dog?
real.
Yes, I
Crazy.
mean only if they're super dirty.
Yeah.
I mean I don't know. I kind of feel like I don't that shouldn't have to happen. Your dog
Right.
should be like you shower every day, right? Like don't you? Like do you walk around smelling like shit? Like no. So
Damn,
give your
there are
dog a
people who
little
don't
bath
shower
every
every
now
day.
and again. All right, you shower enough, I would think. People that have a dog
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that you don't go around giving people hives, okay? So I'm gonna just say that. But yeah, I would be a dog. Moving on.
A clean
Drink.
dog.
A clean dog. A fucking dog that gets showered at least maybe like every 2 weeks. At least. So what drink would I be? I would be a lemonade iced tea,
Mm.
non-alcoholic, just because I don't want to like knock people out and stuff. I just want them
So
to.
you said lemonade iced tea. That's an Arnold Palmer. That's another one
Yeah,
of my
yeah, yeah.
favorites.
I would definitely be
Yeah.
that just because it's so refreshing and
It is
people
so
would love to
good.
drink me. So like, why not? Come on, like that's what I drink all the time.
Yep.
All right, and then
That's true.
ice cream flavor, I would be chocolate. I love chocolate ice cream. Just so you all
Wow.
know, if you want to get on my good side, bring me some chocolate ice cream.
No swirl, no vanilla in there.
No,
No.
I mean I love cookies and cream. Don't get me wrong, but if you give me some good ass fucking chocolate ice cream, like I would just love you. I
No
mean,
chocolate chunks. Nothing. Just smooth.
just like
Just like
nice, just like a. I don't. Okay, so let me. This is another thing. There are ice cream brands that mix with water. What the fuck this is not ice cream. Like, ice cream is supposed to be mixed and like it's supposed to be thick. It's not supposed to like just like melt into nothing. Like, it's supposed to like be creamy. Like, what the fuck
no
are you
soft
doing
serve.
trying to save money mixing with some water? Don't water down my shit. So I quickly drop you. Listen, ice cream companies, if you are listening, I will drop you like a fucking hot potato if you don't mix your shit correctly. Like, it needs to be some thick, nice, creamy ice cream. And while I do like to mix sometimes, like if we're talking flavor, so I'm gonna go with chocolate. You bring me some of that shit, not the cheap shit, the good shit. I will love you forever. Just saying. Okay, that was me. What about you, Luca?
That wow.
Oh my god.
All right, if I was an animal, I'd be a cat because I love cats. I think they're adorable. I know they get a bad rap, but it's like, they get to chill out at home, minding their business, laying on their bellies, looking so great. Oh my god, I love cats. For the drink, I'd probably be an amaretto sour because those are fucking bomb
Oh yeah.
as hell. They're so good. And no reason, I just like strawberry.
Strawberry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to know something funny about me, Luca? I'm allergic
Oh
to
my
strawberries.
Uh-oh.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
So I can have fake strawberry ice cream, but the strawberry ice cream that they mix like with real strawberries added. You know those ones?
Best kind of strawberry ice cream.
Yeah, I can't have that. So so sad.
That sucks, dude.
I know.
Hey, strawberries are like my second song.
That sounds good.
That's rough. Yeah. I was eating some strawberries and kiwis last night. It was amazing.
You're so healthy. I can't remember the last time I had ice cream, though, to be honest, because I've been trying not to, but now I want some. So there's that.
I'm like,
why did I ask this question? I don't know. Shit. Now I want some, like, we were talking about food and ice cream, like, and drinks. Like, now I want all of
yeah, some ribs with some ice cream afterwards.
Oh my god, that's so bad, but so good. All right, our next question is, what's the longest you've gone without sleep and why?
Oh gosh.
See, this is something I have to think about.
Because well, I don't have to think about it.
Oh,
take a look at Lady Foxfire. Her. I mean, it's not her fault. I want to talk to her, but it's like
Foxy being called out.
Going to bed at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Fox.
Uh-oh.
Person.
Yeah, we're still getting some botting from Luca, guys. I'm sorry about that, but
Oh, my bad.
No, yeah, but she's calling Foxy out.
It's at 40. Oh, wow, I think the longest I've ever been up was 48 hours. Wow, let's see. Had to be in college during finals week, cramming for finals. That was, and going from high school to that was drastic. Cause, I feel like I barely studied in high school, barely. But in college it was a whole nother level, and so finals week was insane because you can get pass fail or that kind of thing, and so.
Ooh. That's rough.
Some courses. And yeah, I just remember staying up super late cramming and almost fell asleep during the test because I was tired from trying to cram it and all that. Man. But
did you pass it? Like, what'd you get?
Yeah, I passed. I got a C, but I was happy with that. I barely went to class anyway. It didn't matter to me by that point.
I just had my finals and I got a D on that final, but I got an A in the class, so
yeah.
That's so weird though. Matter. I feel like, what was that? Why did he? I don't think he even cared. He was just like, whatever, just A for you.
Might as well exempt or curve the final if you already got it. Like, I knew some professors, and when I was in school, is like they would curve. If you've already had an A going into the final, and then you just happen to just bomb the final, they would curve. Like, yeah, you passed class because you 90% of the time you were doing great. And
I know, because I feel like if a whole bunch of people fail your test, like something's wrong there for you as a teacher.
Exactly.
So they're like, let me just curve this a little so I don't look so bad.
But in all seriousness, I remember it was a couple years ago, and it was during my orientation for my last position because
Mm-hmm.
I was still working at my old job while I was working at this new one, right? Because I had a few weeks left, and my old job was like third shift, so I would work until 6:30 a.m. and then I'd have to go into work at 9:30, and
Oh wow.
so yeah,
Mm.
it was, and I had to do that for like 2 days. It was really rough.
Yeah,
Damn, that's kind of like what would you do? Because between eating
that's
and
crazy.
going to the next thing, like what would you try
How would
and
you
nap?
cram all that in? Like, it's like
How are you
I've
even
never
like
been in some
walking?
situations, but
I don't. I mean, I fell asleep during my orientation, so
Oh,
there. I mean,
makes sense.
yeah, yeah, but
that
it
sounds
was
like
really
a
rough.
crash.
Honestly, yeah, third shift. I is me. I am a morning person 100%, and
Mhm.
that job ruined my sleep schedule. I still have trouble sleeping properly, and it's been like 5 years. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I the longest I have been awake. I mean, I wake up during the week at 6:30, and there's been one time where um I would like stream. I would go to work, come home, eat something, and then stream right away, and then stream until like, you know, let's say on Fridays, for example, this happens a lot where I would get home, stream from 7 until about 7 p.m. until about 4 a.m. You know,
Wow, that's a long.
or
It's like
one
seven.
time it was
Wow, that's
like,
a long time.
yeah, one time it was like 3 a.m. and then I started talking to someone on the phone until like 4 a.m. and then I started talking to somebody else until like 6 a.m. and I was like, I should go to bed. I hear birds chirping.
Mhm.
So that was like what, a day almost, kind of, no, 12 hours
Yeah, I mean, I've had evenings where I've averaged like 4 hours of sleep a day, especially I would
for
say in the
sure.
last couple of weeks, because of my job and things. And it's like I've got a different. I'm doing something else for a different company, and it's like I've been on retainer with my previous company, so I've been
Mm-hmm.
averaging like 4 hours of sleep. And it's like I remember on Twitter I posted I was like I just want to play a video game. That's all I want to do. Like
Yeah,
'cause I was so tired, exhausted from just working, 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 working.
that's so
And
hard.
oh yeah, and so man, I can so relate to that where you just kind of burned out, like whether it's from work or whatever.
That's the
But at
problem
some
because,
point,
like, I feel like I can't function if I'm super tired. Do you?
no, I think no one can. At some point, you will crash. I mean,
I
whether
mean,
you
yeah.
want to or not, you just will.
But there's some people who don't need much sleep. And I'm
Yeah,
like, oh my gosh.
more power to those people then, because I can't do it. I can't do it.
yeah,
So,
sleep is my favorite thing to do. To be perfectly honest, if I don't get enough sleep, I get like really cranky and angry and stuff, and like my short fuse gets even shorter. And it also messes with my depression. So if I don't get enough sleep, like that starts acting up really badly. So I have to like get 7 to 15 hours to be a normal human being.
Right. Right.
mm,
Yeah. I mean, I've been getting less sleep lately. I feel like when I was younger, I definitely slept more. Which is kind of why it's interesting. Like when I was a teenager, I was like sleeping, like on the weekends, I would sleep in until like 2 p.m. And then now on the weekends, I automatically wake up. I mean, I don't stay awake. I wake up and I'm like, oh, I guess it's time to wake up. I check my phone, 6 a.m. I'm like, fuck you, going back to sleep. And I put that shit down. I'm like, yep, you
yeah.
go back to sleep right now. But sometimes it
Yeah, I
doesn't
get up.
work.
I get up every morning like 6:30 a.m. Eastern. Every morning, every single
Damn.
morning. And it's
On the
interesting because
weekends too?
on the weekends my body is just used to getting up like that. So I'm just like I'm up.
Yeah, that's what people keep
Um,
telling me. And I'm like, please, body, don't betray me.
it's interesting because early this morning I'm sitting there responding to tweets. I'm like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I need to
Wow.
I need to not respond to tweets this late.
So if it's
Some
4 o'clock
people.
in the morning, do you still wake up at 6?
I still like my body is still like up. Like
Oh my
I
god.
can lay down for an hour and I'll be like back up because I'm so used to
Yeah.
whether it's getting up to go get a drink or just like okay, I'm trying to get a podcast in, that kind of thing. Like it's
Wow.
weird. It's very weird. But
I mean, I wish if I ever do sleep like a long ass time again, I'm always just like, wow, that was amazing. It's so
Yeah.
weird. Like, I mean, eventually you have to catch up. So eventually you will sleep for a while. But and by a while I mean like 10 hours, just like wake up and you're like, what? It's that time? That's happened to me every now and again.
You
But
ever
it's
happen to
not
where?
consistent anymore.
I'm gonna say you ever have it happen to where you oversleep, like you're trying to catch up on sleep, and so you sleep extended period, but you wake up and you're more tired than when you started. Like I've had
Oh,
that
that
happen to
happens
me
to me
before.
all the time with naps.
Yeah, it's like man, I probably shouldn't take that nap. Like I feel more tired than I did when before I took it.
It
Like I'm
makes me
trying to get
super groggy. Like,
yeah,
does it for you
Yeah.
too?
yeah, yeah, absolutely,
It's like almost
absolutely.
as if my body's like, you idiot, why did you do this? Like, you need sleep. 2 hours is not enough. What the fuck are you
Right.
doing, body? Like, what? I'm like, okay, but this is supposed to help you. And then no, it doesn't work because I'm assuming if I take a nap now, that means later I could stay awake, right? Later, like, doesn't isn't
Hmm.
that how that works? No. It's like, fuck you, bitch. You need to sleep right now. Let's go. So
Yeah.
caffeine has been helping.
Now I've done the typical where you stay up playing a game that just released or something like that. Cause I know when Halo, I think it was Halo 5 released, I kind of stayed up and played that all the way through
Wow.
just because I was so into it. And recently with the Surge, I've been playing that like crazy. Staying up trying to get some of that in. Because like with the whole job hopping I've been doing,
Yep.
it's been hard. And so anytime I know I got like a huge gap of like 4 hours or so, I try to play a game. And so it was really cool yesterday to I played a little bit of Sea of Thieves. I was able to play some Surge. It was awesome. It was
Nice.
great. Finally
That's
to
always
just have
fun
a
to
chill
have a
out.
break.
Oh yeah, I'm playing it as soon as we finish with this. I'm jumping back on or something. Yeah, so
That's funny. All right. Well, we wait. Oh yeah, Luca answered. I was gonna say, wait, Luca, I forgot about you. No, never, never.
I mean, I'm often forgotten.
No,
It's
you're not.
not a big deal.
OMG, that is not true. You can never be forgotten, Luca.
Oh my god.
Let's move on a little bit because now we're done with our questions, and I mean, I hope you got to know us a little bit. That's
oh yes.
always fun. Our next topic today is girl, let me tell you, where we talk about this crazy shit stories that we experienced during the week.
All right, awesome. Should I start that off?
No,
Oh,
Oh, you
okay.
want me to start off? I guess.
no, wait.
Yeah.
Just now we can start because
Oh, right. You're talking to me.
I was about to already.
I know it's so hard to remember, but yes. Luca, you want to go first? Go for it.
Okay, awesome. So, everyone in the chat, it's hilarious. Listen, as you know, I often like to mind my business as per usual, and I'm just like, I'm on Twitter and I'm, doing my thing as per usual, and I'm about to go to bed. I'm about to go to bed, and it's like 11 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm ready to go, and then I look at my tweets, and what do I see? Oh, I will tell you what I saw. Some dumbass reply from some idiot who doesn't know what he's talking about, as per usual. Now, let me give you some context to this. All right, so listen, me and my bros, we were discussing some. Oh, this is good. Blue, you're like, let the music play. Listen, we got to come up with some better cues. Um, oh shit, we were discussing some trolls in the community, whether it's from the Xbox community or the PlayStation community or whatever. In the gaming community, we were discussing some trolls, and I pointed out, I was like, oh, this account is probably not real because they only have like one follower and they're only following 7 people, and they haven't tweeted out anything other than the vulgar stuff they were sending to others, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I point that out. It's a good point and it's all good. And then after I'm done pointing it out, I report the guy or girl, and I keep it moving. And then I look at my fucking Twitter, and what do I see? I see some idiot just saying, well, my account is real, and it looks just like what you described, and like, Tim Dog and next gen post. So you shouldn't judge a Twitter based on its followers. And I'm like, what? But like what? Like this had nothing to do. Okay, so I'm like, and I like I asked the guy if he does the same thing that the one dude who I was talking about does, and the guy he's just like, oh, that's kind of harsh, like okay, but like, can you keep your calls down to 30 seconds on MNC mornings? I'm like,
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my
first of all,
god.
listen, fam, I have never felt so insulted in my entire life. Okay, I do one long call and people drag me about it for weeks. Okay, and I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. So I get him back and I'm like, you know what? Crap's my dude. He says he likes my long calls, so you can just take that somewhere else because I'm not like a groupie like you are. And he's like, what? Okay, like whatever. And he calls me like Lil Mama or something, which was interesting. He's like, it's a public forum. Like I can reply if I want to. And I'm like, okay. Hold on. Instead of me dragging this person, let me see if he knows what exactly I was talking about. And I was like, okay, so I said what I did because that fake account was saying vile stuff. Like, why would you associate yourself with that? And he's like, well, I didn't see any of the stuff. I just saw your reply, so I replied to that. So I show him proof of what was said because I like screenshotted it. Now I don't know why I did, but I'm glad I did because I had proof. And I was like, okay, this is what he said. He was most likely reported and banned. And the guy's like, okay, yeah, that was distasteful. I'm like, yeah, I'm just saying, you should be mindful of what you're inadvertently associating yourself with. You should get the full picture and don't make any assumptions. And then he was like, well, I understand that, but like most of you big YouTubers think that way about all accounts with little followers.
Oh,
And that's why I said what I said. I'm like, first of all, I don't even have a YouTube account. And I told him, I don't have a YouTube account. I don't care about being popular. That stuff doesn't matter to me, you know? You shouldn't generalize. He's like, well, why are you getting so upset? Okay, like, I was fine, I was perfectly fine. And then when you're fine, when you're okay, and then someone's like, well, why are you upset?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh my
That
God.
that
That's
is
the
like
worst.
a
Okay, so now I'm upset.
Like it is a huge trigger for me. I was like,
Yeah.
"What are you talking about? Why I'm upset? You are the one who came into my conversation out of the blue, uninvited, just like, well, you shouldn't feel this way about like, you shouldn't say that stuff because
Yeah.
I'm followed by Tim Dog and Next Gen and blah blah blah. I'm like, I don't, but like, I don't care though. I'm followed by them as well. What's your point, son? Like you're the one coming to me. He's like, well, I was just making a point, like I was just pointing it out, but you're the one who's getting upset. I was like, I swear to God.
It's the trigger for
Like,
real.
I, I mean, like, okay. I'm like, okay. And then he was like, well, my eyes don't lie. I see it all the time. I'm just
My
throwing it
eyes
out
don't
there.
lie.
You know, like, I'm like, what do you
Oh
I gotta
my
see this tweet
god.
for
like?
My
real.
eyes don't
I
lie.
have screenshots. Okay, I will send it to you. I was like, he's like, yeah. So I was just pinpointing something. It doesn't mean I care. I pinpoint a lot of stuff that I don't care. If you don't care, then why are you bringing it up? I don't bring up stuff I don't care about. Like I'm
Mhm.
just kind of like, what? So I decided to just gently destroy his life instead of being as awful as I usually am. And I'm just like, you know what, fam? You know what? You say I shouldn't care, but it's obvious you do because you went out of your way to tweet me. You came into my conversation making assumptions about something that had nothing to do with you. It seems like you may be projecting, fam. Maybe focus on building your Twitter, your content, instead of focusing on how other people feel about small accounts. This entire thing reeks of insecurity and beta male complex. I'm done with
Oh.
this conversation.
Oh.
Wow.
My eyes don't lie. Who says that though?
And
Oh
another
my god.
and another thing, if you thought I was coming at you, why is your first instinct as an insult just to say, "Oh, can you keep your call short?" Like that. First of all, that's
Yes.
weak. Okay, that's
Yeah.
weak. Can you come at me with something better, please? Honestly. So I'm like, after I'm finished dragging this guy to the end of Earth, basically, I'm on Twitter. And I'm like, can y'all start picking fights with me in the morning, like during the day when I don't have anything to do? You keep it then, because I'm trying to go to bed on time, and the only person I like staying up for is Fox, and I don't want to have to stay up dragging people, but I will stay up dragging you. Okay, I will do that. I just don't get it, you know? Like I really don't get some people and their logic. Like why would you come and bother me and then have the audacity to accuse me of being the one who's upset when I'm like, well, okay, this is the situation, this is what happened. Like, I told you what the situation was, I told you what happened, I told you that you shouldn't associate yourself with this. And you could have just been like, yeah, fam, I got you, you know, you're right. But no, you decide to say, well, you know, I'm just pointing it out because all big YouTubers are like, I don't even have a YouTube account, man. Come on now. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
he's
It
just
doesn't make any sense. And it's like, thanks for pointing out that you're followed by like some of the bigger YouTubers who actually have accounts, but like, you know, that doesn't really matter, you know, stuff like that. Honestly, stuff like that doesn't matter to me. I don't care about being popular or oh shit, or well known or
Don't
any
die.
of that. Yeah, I was just
hmm
tripping over my fan or any of that stuff. Like that stuff does not matter to me. So when I get people coming to me, like basically accusing me of looking down on them for stuff like this, I'm just like, I I'm not looking down on you, dude. I don't care. You know, I don't care enough to do that. You know, I don't. It was the context. You know, you took what I said out of context. You did not apply the situation at hand, and you made an assumption about something, and then you got upset. And then when I pointed out you were wrong, instead of just owning up to it, you're like, well, you know, I've seen other people do this. I am not other people. I am not everyone else. I am
Hmm.
myself, and how I feel about things and how I treat people, it's different, you know, like we're all different. You shouldn't put that kind of judgment on everyone. And then to say that I'm getting upset, first of all, I'm
that's a
not
trigger
getting
for me
upset,
too.
okay? Like I am not
That's
getting
a
upset. I
trigger.
don't get upset until when I'm having a conversation with someone and then I'm being calm and collected and they're like, well, why are you so upset? You know, it's like they know. It's like they can sense it. Like they know that if you say that, you're instantly going to lose your cool because it just invalidates everything that you just said. And that's their intention, to invalidate everything you said because they know that you're right and they don't want to acknowledge it. So they say, why are you upset? When it's clear and obvious that they're the ones who are upset and insecure about it. First of all, I don't even know what beta male complex means, to be perfectly honest. I just threw it out there.
But it's so good though. So good.
But,
Just
but,
saying. I mean, I know this would
like,
bother you, so I'm just gonna say it so that you can shut the fuck up and not. He
like,
probably googled that shit. Like, what does this mean?
he's like, what do you mean? Like, what are you saying? Like, you know, I threw
Oh
it
my
out there
god.
because I don't like people who
Like
are,
beta fish, like
yeah,
just making
like
up my own
Exactly.
terms.
just super super insecure, you know.
Oh
I mean,
shit.
if you want to be well known and you want to make it and get a lot of followers or whatever, man, whatever you want, you have to put the work into it. You have to put the work into it. And a lot of it is you either have it or you don't. Like you have the type of personality that
Yeah.
people want to listen to and want to follow, want to support, or you don't, you know, or you put in a lot of work and you get to that point. But attacking others and being jealous because of their success or their perceived fame, it makes you look pathetic.
Yeah.
It makes you
Mhm.
look pathetic and it
That's
makes you
true.
look sad. And I'm sorry, jealousy is not cute. It's not cute when it comes to these sort of things, you know. Put in put in work if you want to succeed
Mhm.
Yeah.
and keep it like that. Don't be envious of others because if you're going to spend so much time focused on what someone else has, you're not going to appreciate what you have yourself or try to put in work for yourself. Just because there's a lot of say like just because there's a lot of podcasts for instance, it doesn't mean that you should be like, oh well, my stuff's better than theirs. I don't understand why I don't have more followers, views, or any of that stuff. No, you should be like, yeah, okay, I'm starting off, like I'll get there eventually. And if I don't get there, then it means that it just didn't work. I just didn't have what it took, you know.
Mhm.
Right.
Or you keep trying, you know. I just don't
If at
understand.
first you don't succeed.
Just keep
Right.
Oh,
like
sorry.
I never
it's
understood that. Like for
yeah.
me, being popular, has never been a goal of mine. Like I don't like you can even tell from my YouTube account. Like I don't even give 2 cents. Like really, I just don't. I just love games. I love the community. That's really all it is for me. I don't. some people put way too much stock in being popular and trying to succeed in YouTube and are looking at numbers and complaining about numbers and who's following and blah blah. I feel like just be passionate and be you and be confident in what you're doing, and the success will come. Like I don't get why people put so much stock into it.
Right.
Like so,
Oh
but
my
I don't know.
god.
I had to plug that in. I just felt like I needed to. Lucas rant was going and going. I'm like, oh.
Yo, I didn't even know what beta male means. Oh my god. Oh my god. If you're listening, you should know you got trolled. I'm sure he googled that shit too, man. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. Oh man.
Man.
Oh man. Okay, so that's always it's always a fun time with Luca and her issues on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, people just keep starting fights with me. I'm like, at this point, like
Y'all should know
Fox
better.
put
I
it
mean,
back. Fox put this best. She's like, at this point in your time in this community, I feel like people should know better than to come at you. You know?
yes.
And I'm like, yeah, you would think. You would think they would know better.
It's like
Yeah.
stop trying. You ain't succeeding here. Like,
Yeah, just let it go. Let it go.
oh my
Stand.
eyes don't lie.
Yep.
Oh man, I can't.
The trolls are the worst, man. It's like I don't even like. Sometimes I get death threats for just liking Xbox. It's the most
Wow.
weirdest thing ever.
I mean,
It's so sad.
I don't
It's like
understand.
what? It doesn't make any sense at all. It's like it's just a console. I like what I like. I own everything. I play on everything.
Right.
So I don't understand why they so insecure with that. I don't. That doesn't that doesn't compute with me. It just doesn't.
Do
That's a
you
video game.
do you wanna do your girl? Let me tell you. Do you have a little story for us?
I really don't have a really strong story because Lucas is just like up there. Mine's is like talking about my head like that I busted like
Nah, don't
and
even worry about it.
so, so but yeah, I don't necessarily have to tell that, but yeah. So when I this let me tell you. So like I was going home
Mhm.
and trying to get out of the parking deck, because where I work it's like a 7-story parking deck, and I was trying to get out, and so I pull back and I pull forward and I hit my front headlight and trying to get out. And so now I'm pissed because now I'm like, I got to pay that out of pocket. And eh, I don't want to use my insurance because, if you use your insurance, then your
Yeah.
rates go up and stuff
Bam,
like that.
trust me, I know with all the
So I'm like,
accidents
ugh.
I've been in.
So I'm real pissed. And it's like, I have no one to blame but myself. So who do I get mad at? Like,
Mm.
who? Nobody. But man, the post was, I didn't see it. So I called my husband, like, yeah, I think I
Who?
busted my headlight.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
Oh
it's
wow.
bad.
I would be like, who put this shit here? Who did
Right.
this?
I simply just didn't see it, so I'm super pissed about it.
I'll be
And
like,
it's like, and I'm a big car person. Like I love cars, right?
oh,
And so you can only imagine, like I bought my car, like the car I've been wanting forever.
oof.
So I'm like last and well January 2016, and so you can imagine like how if you knew me, you'll know how really this really pissed me off because because I really like my car, and so
Mhm.
I'm just throwing a tantrum I got out and looked at it. I threw a tantrum right in front of the
Wait,
car.
what? Describe the tantrum to us.
Oh my God. I was just like stumping my foot on the ground, shaking my arms, just, you know, throwing my hair back because I wear these long braids. I was just fussing at nobody because there's no one there. It was only my fault.
You're
So
doing
I was
this
like,
to your car or to the pole? Like,
just everything. I'm just standing in front of my car and looking at the pole. Like I can't believe I actually, hit my headlight. So
I'm
I
picturing
was
you
so
right
pissed.
now
So
with
I'm
their.
thinking the thing is though, I think that the security guy, he has to be looking at that footage. Like this lady is going crazy over her
Oh
headlight,
man.
and it's like as if I'm gonna try to fight somebody. Who I'm gonna fight? Like nobody.
The
Like
pole.
seriously.
You should have
So.
kicked that shit. Like,
Oh, so I'm still pissed about it because I'm still trying to figure out how I want to handle this. Like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna put it off. I'm gonna handle
mm.
it when I get back from E3 because I'm already spending a ton of money for that. So I might as well just wait till I get back and then I handle the headlight. I'm just like pissed because now every time I walk into my car, I see the headlight. I'm just like, oh my God.
You just get mad all over again.
Yes. And it plays over every time I go to my car, over and over again. It plays in my head. Like, how did I let that happen? How did I do that?
That
So,
motherfucking pole, man.
right.
That's what I would say. It
Yeah.
was the pole's
Uh,
fault, not
I'm just,
mine.
oh man, pissed completely. I'm
Oh
just
my god.
royally mad about it.
You're just flailing your arms like, what?
Right, exactly.
On the
Just
camera, like,
mad.
ah! I can just picture that shit. It's so funny.
Hmm.
Oh my
Just mad.
god. Yeah, I would be pissed
And the
too.
constant reminder doesn't help. The constant reminder is so I can't even go out like right now. I can go downstairs and like look at my car. I can't even do it. Like I just don't even want to go and look at my car in the garage. It's like I
How
can't
much
even.
would that be to fix?
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's gonna be 1100 probably.
Damn. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
I drive an Audi, the coupe or whatever. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Oof.
it's gonna be pricey. I
Oh
already
my
know it's gonna
god. No.
be so I know. I'm dreading it. I'm dreading it so bad. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm
Oh
pissed.
man.
I'm pissed.
Oh
I'm
wow. That
so
really
mad.
does suck. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, I'll get over it eventually. Once it's
I
fixed, I'll be all right.
yeah, I don't have a car, so rip for me cuz I don't know what that feels like.
Oh
But if my
man.
bike ever got messed up, I might be mad.
Oh man. Wow.
If I ever run into a pole with my bike, I might understand, like
I feel like you would hurt yourself, but
I
okay.
would definitely hurt myself, my clumsy ass. But just saying that I might feel you a little.
Yeah, like Luca. So like you're like in your early 20s, like so you're like 20. You said 24, right? Something like that.
Mhm.
Well, actually, I started. I'm a late bloomer, so I started driving at 24, right? So I haven't been driving all that long. Like for me, it's so to even bust my head, like it's like, why, Delilah? Why? Why did you do? You know, why did you
Yeah,
do
dude.
that? Like,
I am well known in the community for being a really bad driver. I mean, I don't hide it. I didn't get my license until I was 21. I'm 24. I've been
yeah.
in 2 accidents in three
See,
years.
I
It's
feel you,
like I'm
man.
just
I can
kind of
relate
like,
so much. I can
and
relate
then
so much.
my friends, like if they're driving, like if we're driving someplace, they'll be like, "Yeah, you look like you were really pissed as you were speeding along," and I was like, yeah, and they were like, "Yeah, you like to cut people off, and you do this and this and this." Like, I'm scared, like I was scared, and I'm like, I don't even realize I'm doing it, but I'm a bad driver. Like, I am a
Yeah,
bad driver.
yeah. It makes me every time I think about that, like it makes me feel like I should have waited to get the car that I wanted, because now I'm like I'm already messing my car up. But yeah,
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
I'm kind of just like let me put it this way: my car insurance is more than my car note.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Not me. I have a pretty good what's
Right.
it? Yeah, everything worked out, for me. Like I think my interest on my car is like 2.2. It's like 2.4% for my car. I know some people
Mhm.
average like easy, like 8%, 8 to 9%. So I got really, really good with that. But man, I can hold a whole nother podcast and conversation talking about like how to have a good credit and how to get better deals and stuff
Oh, we
like that.
might we might need to have that one
So
day cuz
Yeah,
yeah.
I've mastered it. Like if you guys need any pointers or anything like that, it's just
like
nothing.
hit me up because I'm struggling.
I'll definitely give some tips because it's easy. Once you figure out how the credit system works and how the point system works, it's easy. It's like I'm playing a game almost. So I help if I can, you know.
Good to know. Good to know. Um, my turn. Girl, let me tell you. So, of course, I mean, yes, another streaming story. So I'm here streaming, having a good old time, playing some Friday the 13th. We chill. My chat gets a little quiet just because, lately the follows have been slowing down and the viewers have been slowing down. No problem. It happens. It happens. Okay. So someone, I have my chat on followers only mode, which means that only followers can chat in my chat during the live stream. And so someone comes through and I guess they're watching and then they decide to follow and I'm like super hype because I haven't had a follow, and like sometimes I'm just like, oh yes, thank you for the follow. And when you watch my stream, if you follow, you get like a big explosion of emotes, like a you know, a little like animation comes down, like it's in a nice little sound, like it's hype, it's cool.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, yay, thank you for the follow. Wow, welcome to the stream. How are you? Blah blah blah. Yeah, sounds it's all good, Dandy. I'm happy. So the guy starts writing, or guy or gal, because I don't know. I have no idea who this is. You know, the internet is anonymous, people. But I will say that the person, I don't even remember the person's name. That's how much you meant to me. But the person goes, so if I send a donation, will you flash the camera?
Ooh.
200
Wow.
bucks. I was
We were
like,
just talking about this. Blue, you should be like, I'll take the money. So you'd be like, yeah, sure, take the money and then just not do it. That's
I
what I
was
would have done.
like, well, first of
Exactly.
all,
I'm
I
like,
mean,
yeah.
everybody knows that Twitch bans you if you do something like that, right? So like he or she is asking just to be stupid, because no one's gonna be like, I'm gonna flash the camera because you know I'm gonna get banned by Twitch for your measly 200 bucks. Like so, but I didn't react because you know that's what they like, right? They like when you give a reaction. So I was like, click click, straight face, ban, bitch, bye. And he you know, he or she didn't decide to make, because sometimes they make a new account and they come back. That didn't happen this time. Okay, but like, dude, or do that. I don't know who the fuck you are, but listen to me. No one wants to flash the fucking camera for you. A. B. I'm not gonna get banned for you. And C. Like, are you fucking kidding me? $200 only? Like, at least offer more. Get the fuck out of here. Like, $200. Like, come on. Like, really? I'm pretty sure I could get more for that. You know, flashing the fucking camera. Like, people get thousands of dollars for shit like that. Like, stop it. And who goes around to Twitch streams asking questions like that? Like, why you do this, trolls? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you not have a life? Like, we could have been friends. We could have been chatting, having a good time. You could have sent some music in. You know, you could have like things like that could have happened. No, you decided I'm just gonna be a dickhead and decide, oh, I'm gonna ask this question and hope that she reacts. Well, guess what? You didn't get a reaction because I know how to click ban without even looking at my screen. That's how professional I am. So
Makes me like, what
Oh,
compels
okay.
guys to do that? Like that, I never understood why they guys or gals, whoever, decide to troll
Honestly,
other
I
people.
don't know that many girls who would do something like that. So,
Yeah, but you'll be surprised who's behind those computers. Like you said, it's anonymous, so you don't really know. Um,
yeah.
it could be another girl streamer trolling you. You just never know. Like you
that's what
don't.
I'm saying. Exactly. So I'm not going to say
Um,
he. I'm not going to say she. I'm not going to say the name. I don't
you
even
know
remember the
somebody.
name. I'm just going to say, you person out there, whoever the fuck you are, wherever the fuck you live, get the fuck off the computer and get a life. That's what I will say.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like, or at least like, come on, be friends with people. Like, it's so much easier and like more fun to be friends. Like, why?
This is true.
Yeah.
I flashed my cleavage for free, free bro.
Wow.
Where? Oh no.
Unbelievable.
But yes, that's my girl. Let me tell you, that was fun. You know, people decide
People need to get their shit together.
I mean, don't we say this every show? Get your shit together,
Yeah,
people. Like every show, it's like, why though? Come on, which we have later, guys. But why though? But yeah, it's always something. There's always something going on. It's always a story to tell. that's the segment for today. I just like I can't. I don't know. I don't understand. Yes. So moving on. Enough about that. We will be moving on to our next topic number 2, where it's a little more deep than usual. And our topic is women of color working in male dominated professions. So the reason why this topic comes up is because, as you guys heard earlier, Delilah works in a profession that, I mean, would you agree is male
Oh,
dominated?
absolutely,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. hmm
So if you want to tell
Especially.
us again for the new people in the
Oh yeah,
chat.
sure. I am a lead UI designer for a reputable company in Atlanta, and yeah, I'm the only one of me in the office, uh, and it's definitely white male dominated type of office that I work in. And so yeah, I'm um, definitely interested in this topic, and I definitely have some things to share on it and on how my approach is and what I think, and what I've learned over the years while working in this type of industry. So yeah, just a quick overview.
So can you tell us a little bit? I know that this is something that, I mean, it's a little bit more serious when it comes to situations like this because you're dealing with two things. You're dealing with, you know, if you do deal with, but you may
Right.
potentially deal with sexism and you may potentially deal with racism. Um, and those two topics are very serious. And I don't know if people realize that these things come up, you know.
Yeah, and I'm very ethnic with it too. 'Cause, like I wear braids
I'm
and
very ethnic with it too.
yeah, I'm serious, it's real.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm chocolate, so it's
I'm
like
chocolate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is serious, guys.
this is things I say, I'm sorry. This is I don't want to, I'm trying to keep it,
No, no, no. You're good.
PC. But it's wow. I mean, sometimes I know. Let me say this. Early on in my career, when I
Mhm.
first started doing this, like I felt like I was walking on eggshells a little bit inside that industry. But now I'm really comfortable in my own skin. Like I'm very confident, and so I no longer care because I know my work is good. So I don't have to
Mm.
really think about that much anymore now. But earlier on, yeah, it was very difficult. I mean, I would be very stressed out, overwhelmed, didn't think, or I didn't know what people thought about me, like how I spoke and things like that. So
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, it could be especially early on, it could be hard. And some people have quit, have, tried to get out of,
Really?
yeah, tried to get out of the industry with it, tried to just do something else because they couldn't deal with working in that type of environment of like the element of the unknown.
Mhm. And do you feel
So
like, so you said you're the only black woman in your office?
yes, only black woman in my office. Yep.
Do you ever
Mhm.
feel isolated? Like,
Yes.
and do you think that it's
I do.
because do you think it's because that's the situation, or is because the people are making it such,
I
like
think it's
that?
because comfort level. I mean, people are typically comfortable who they've spent their life around, right? So
Right.
if you got a room full of white males who've never really dealt with a lot of black people or black females, they don't know how to navigate you or that kind of thing. So
Mhm.
it could be if you don't. Well, now, like I said, I know how to deal with it now, but before it could be stressful, like 'cause you don't know whether the person's race is. I've been in meetings, just to give you an example, prior to this job, I've been in meetings where, we're talking about something completely unrelated to work.
Mhm.
Like whether we could do it outside of work or where we're gonna go somewhere, and someone will bring up like fried chicken or I mean, just little
What?
things. Dude, I'm telling you, and
Nah. But
seriously, and and so it's like, how do you can't report that to HR because
it's
it's
so
not really
like sly. It's so like
exactly.
left feet, like kind of like, let me slip this in here.
hmm
See,
hmm
okay, so that's,
Or we going to lunch, or
yeah.
like that kind of thing. Like, are you going to get invited to lunch? Or you wouldn't.
Ah.
It's little things like that, like, or
And what do you
you know,
say? Do you say anything? Do you ignore it?
sometimes I like I didn't hear the person, like
Mhm.
early on, like I didn't hear what they said, or
Mhm.
I'll just kind of just kind of laugh it off and keep it pushing, and then I either feel sad on my own or talk with my mom or talk with someone else to kind of help me get through it. But man, yeah, early on it was hard, because anytime you're working in an all male office, and it's one other female there, but like I said, she's on a whole different team. I'm on a different team, and it's like, you deal with it though. They say all kind of crazy, but I'm really good with that now.
Mhm.
In regards to like what things they say about women, things they say. It's like, wow, you just like like I'm wearing my headphones on. Sometimes I have my headphones on just as a buffer. Like I turn the music off, but I have my headphones on just like as if they say something, I just won't even react to it. And that's
Mm-hmm.
how I was able to navigate for a while. But now I say whatever I want. Like I just, it's to the point where I'm just like, yeah, I heard what you said. It doesn't bother me, but
So when you
there's
call someone out, do they apologize? What happens then?
well, it's a jokey joke. They
Mm-hmm.
kind of laugh it off and think, okay, well, yeah, she's okay, cool. I don't have to walk on eggshells around her. Like some guys do that to test you and see if they're gonna be okay with saying what they want to say around you, or if it's gonna be tension in the office because they can no longer be how they was before you got there, that kind of thing. Um,
Mm.
so it's
You
little things
know,
like that.
that's so unfortunate though.
It
That if
is.
you, in the sense that it's like if you are feeling awkward about something you're saying, then you know what you're saying is wrong. You
Right. It's
know.
like you don't care about how I feel. Like you worrying about how you feel. Like if
Exactly.
do I'm making you uncomfortable. So
But
you want to make
also, I feel like how sheltered are you
right.
that
You'll
you
be
feel
surprised.
this uncomfortable around people? Like we're all people, you know what I mean? I
Mhm.
mean, okay, I'm coming from a different place because I live in a
Right.
city that's so mixed, you know? I mean,
Mhm.
don't get me wrong, that shit happens here too. But
Mhm.
it's weird when I feel like, yo, you why?
Right. Like I'm in this. For me, like where I stay is very mixed. Like
Mhm.
we have every culture around like where I stay. But like in my office specifically, it's like that's how it is. In the industry, like I've always worked in this industry. I think I've been doing this now for wow. About 12 years. So it's like I started doing it when I was in college. So it's like I've always been I studied IT in college, so it's like I've always been in that type of realm where it's just not many of us in the classroom, many of us in the office. When I go to lunch, like when I first started out, I was going to lunch by myself, and now, like where I'm at now, like as far as work and stuff, like I would ask them if they wanted to lunch. You guys want to go to lunch? Like it's for me, it's no big deal. It's no problem.
Mhm.
And even when we're out, we still get kind of like weird stares every now and again because it's a very corporate type of environment sometimes. And so it's it's a bit weird, sometimes, but at the same time, it's like I'm used to it now. I guess it's a better way to describe it. I'm very like I'm used to it.
Yeah,
People are
But
saying they can't hear
that
me in the
makes sense
chat. I don't
too.
know.
that sound it's
Yeah.
just so it sounds weird because uh, I mean, it's sad, you know, like it's not something you should have to get used to.
Right.
I feel as though there should be some kind of I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know, I don't understand why you're the only uh, black woman
Well,
in the
I can explain
office.
that a little bit. I mean, it's because the field that I'm in is not really. It's like the whole math tech kind of field. It's not a lot of minorities or women in that industry. Like same thing goes for the gaming industry. It's not a lot of um, black females in the gaming industry. There's a lot of gamers that play games, but like as far as developers,
Hmm.
how many black women developers do you know in the gaming industry?
Right,
Like
right.
it's not many. And I knew very early on that I want to be someone that would do something related to that because I knew it was such a niche kind of thing for black women. It's not a lot of black women in IT in general, like developers and stuff like that. So
Right, right. That's true. That's true.
that's why the like the job industry, like the employment, is the same way. I mean, it reflects the fact that there are not many of us doing that type of work. I don't know whether because it's being perceived as being too challenging or not being as approachable. I don't know. I don't understand it. Like I said, for me, it's always been fun. I've always loved games, and you know, so my idea after I decided I didn't want to be a doctor, I was like, I want to make games, so I need to learn how to develop.
Well, that's a
And
huge jump.
right, well, that's a whole nother story. But it was just like I didn't do so well in one of my environmental biology classes when I started college, and I was like, I got a C. I was pissed at the C, and I'm like, I don't like getting C's, so let me try something else. And so that's why I said I'm gonna change my major, and I ended up changing it to IT because I was already doing things with computers anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And so I taught myself how to do like web development, web design type work. And so I started out doing a blog, not a blog, but just doing like helping out on this gaming website that someone else was running, and I would just kind of help out with articles and stuff like that. And I was writing so many articles, in fact, that some of the fans of the site was like, you should do your own website. And at the time, I was like, I don't even know how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of just taught myself and learned how to do it. And that's how I kind of got into doing like web development, stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah. And from
That's
there, kind of just like, yeah, I'm changing my major and I'm going to do this full time. And it
that's
worked
really
out. It's very
interesting.
lucrative and all that kind of stuff.
That's
So,
awesome. I mean, I'm really glad that you didn't stop, that you kept going, even though,
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you've realized early on that it was something that was like not a field that you could see people, like you
Mhm.
in, whether it
Yeah.
be
And
women or, a
and like I
black
said, like
woman.
it's
Go
the
for it.
emotional stress, I think, is what's the hardest. It's not some it's get to the point sometimes where it's not even about your work. It's
Mm-hmm.
about how you navigate the field.
Yeah.
How do you when you go talk to because I the industry I'm in, we deal with only enterprise. So we deal with like, sometimes I'm talking to VPs, sometimes I'm talking to CEO. Like sometimes it's so high up there to where it's you really have to be careful sometimes the things that you say, how you know, the jokes that you make and stuff like that.
Right.
Like now, like I said, now I don't, I do what I want, say what I want. If you don't like it, that's on you. And,
The thing
but
is, it's like people want to try to make comparisons or whatever, which was why the whole reverse racism thing always baffles me. But
mhm,
if you have never experienced walking to a room and automatically scouting out to see if there are other black people in the room, or you go someplace and the first thing you notice is like, oh, I'm the only black person here. If you haven't experienced that before, you don't really know what that's like. And that's something it's like an unconscious thing that you think about.
yeah,
And it's like you automatically realize that you're different and there's a chance you may be treated differently because you are.
right. I mean, and it's a like I don't know how to put it in words really well, but it's like a undertone kind of thing. It's like uh, it's subconscious sometimes. Like we sometimes we put ourselves in there. Like you kind of, dang, I don't know where to sit. 'Cause, it's like now, after doing it for so long and I'm used to the environment, it's like I go sit where I want, and if I'm gonna speak to who I want, and I'm gonna say what I want, and just make sure that I still get scared. I still like because I do a lot of presentations and stuff like that. I still get nervous. I'm like, who's coming in today? Okay, I got to do a presentation today, and it's just me up there, and I get terrified. And so
Mm.
sometimes and like when I'm around a whole bunch of people, like sometimes I get panic attacks or whatever. And so sometimes I stop hyperventilating. And so I just immediately like I gotta go to the bathroom, and I just kind of just get out of there as fast as I can, trying to collect myself a little bit
Wow.
before I go back in. It's like I just turn the switch off in my mind to have to get into that presentation mode in order to just do my job because otherwise I probably won't make it up there. You got all these guys, staring at you and you're trying to show them that this is where you should put your money, this is important, that kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
just man, it can be stressful sometimes.
I mean, it sounds stressful. It's definitely something that is a real problem. Um, Male dominated positions and, you know, positions where there are not a lot of people of color, there are often issues that a lot of people bring up that unfortunately are real, the fact that that not a lot of people can like climb like you said, people had to quit because they felt like they weren't getting anywhere in that field. It's just an
Well, and
unfortunate situation.
what I've told people too, that just kind of, cause I think we're much needed in this field. I mean, because we're hugely underrepresented. Like,
Yes.
I even think about the games and like how
Yes.
black hair in games still doesn't look good. Like, especially the male's hair. Like, I can't get a dude with a nice fade to save my life in Mass Effect. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, same,
The
same goes
fade
for like,
though.
I'm
Oh my
serious.
god.
Like, same thing goes for like car
Facts.
rolls and stuff like that. Like, You just don't see that. It's we're underrepresented in games, period. And so I feel like even in the IT industry, like the industry that I work in, like I feel like women, it doesn't even matter. Race to me, race is that's a whole nother thing. But just women in general, it's
Yeah.
like they're either the women in the field, the tech field that I'm in, they're not developers. They're either like working in the HR department or they're doing something else. They're not being, they're not doing anything as far as like hands-on, doing presentations, things like that. They're just in the secretary area, or they're not doing any of the, I would say, like hands-on work. So it's weird to me because I'm like, man, I chose this path, and for me, was just like it was a decision, and I stuck with it. And
Mhm.
I've seen so many people just quit or just like I'm changing fields because this is just too stressful, or I can't deal with the whole, what's the word, the water fountain talk and stuff like that. Like it just some
Mhm.
people just can't deal with it because they say some things. They will say
Locker room
something.
talk.
Right, exactly.
Yo,
They
the
will
bull.
say
Yo.
something, and it's like either you can let that get to you, or you can
Yeah.
just do your job and let your job speak for itself.
Mhm.
Um, and then that's what I focus on, because I have a great support system, and you know, but at the same time, I still think that this industry is fantastic. I love the work that I do,
Right.
and that's what I love about my job is the work. You know what I mean? It's not so much the industry, but it's the work,
Mhm.
because I love creating, and I put a lot of effort and time into it, and I feel like anything with my name associated with has to be great, right? So that's what I put my stock into. I don't worry about what you know Harry, John, Donald, whatever are saying about me. Those are random names, by the way, just in case. I really don't try to focus on what could they possibly say about me. I've heard it all, so there's nothing they could say about me could hurt me at this point. So.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's
like
true.
I have one guy in the office. He always try to do slight racist jokes, or you think he's such. My cousin's married to a black guy. That doesn't make you. I've heard it all. Like I've heard it all. Like literally. So it's like
Same.
they
Yeah.
try to make a little. Oh, I can say this because I'm associated by. So stupid. Like you
You're
try to.
still racist, fam. Still racist.
Right.
Yeah, I've heard
So.
those kind of comments. Well, I mean, obviously I have because I'm black too. But it's like people will say stuff to me and be like, "Oh, do you want some watermelon or like fried chicken or grape
Oh
juice?" Listen, I gotta be honest with you. I don't like watermelon and I don't like grape juice, so I usually
my
just say that. I'm like,
Right.
I don't like those, but
god.
okay,
Yeah.
you know.
Yo.
Like like remember me telling you guys that the guy who mentioned the fried chicken, I was like, so when he said that, I was just like, so did they have anything other than fried chicken? And I just looked at everybody else like, y'all really believe do you realize what this dude just said? Like,
People come up to me and be like, "Hey, mommy," and I'm like, "What the fuck? I speak English, bitch." What are you doing
like
to
I
me?
know you
Like,
was
right?
mentioning earlier, like how people stereotype, like they put
Yes,
you in a
very
box.
much so.
It's like it's not fair to anybody, really. I mean, because you don't know me, you think you think you know my history, you think how I was brought up,
Yeah,
and people don't know. So
it's very
yeah,
unfortunate.
it
And
is.
then when you call them out, they're like, "Why are you being so sensitive?"
I
Yeah,
know.
like I don't know,
And you're just like, okay. Like me pointing out that you're doing something or saying something awful isn't me being sensitive. It's me pointing out that you're doing something or saying something awful, and there's nothing wrong with that. You should. I just don't understand how. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Like the racist comments
hmm
against any race, I don't get it.
right,
Like
right.
and you see some of that in the Xbox community with they make comments about like Japanese games and they say so like I've had people say some things and I'm like I need you to chill fam because it's not that serious. It's video games. And then when it
Mhm.
comes to like day-to-day stuff, I hear things and I'm just kind of like,
Yeah. Well, and
okay.
I even get like little things for because the fact that like I don't use N-word, I don't swear. Like people pick on me about that. Like
Mhm.
you get things from everybody, and it's to the point where like I went through a whole maturation process behind it. 'Cause I just swear like a sailor. Like every 2 seconds I was saying something, and it just for me it took this one guy like just before my husband or whatever, but it was this one guy I went out with, and he was like, man, I just realized you like swear a ton, like every single word is like a F bomb or or whatever. And I thought nothing of it because that's
Mhm.
just how I was raised. That's I mean, I say what I want to say. I say the N word. I say what I want, right? And it's just like he made me really just sit back and think about that. Like, how is that being perceived? Like to me, like how do I perceive other people like that? How do it made me really kind of just look at myself and like what type of person did I want to represent? And
Right.
that's how I went to like changing all of that. But it
Right.
took time.
And it's interesting, right? Because when someone pointed something out to you, you didn't sit there and be like, well, fuck you, dude. I like to
Right,
fucking say fuck anytime I fucking want to say fuck, all right? Fuck. Like, you were just
exactly.
like,
I was just
that
like,
makes,
whoa, because it never
yeah.
was presented to me that way. It
Right.
was never presented to me like, oh, dang, I swear a lot. Like,
Whereas some
is
people, if you
anybody in my
try and,
company gonna take me serious, or is
mm-hmm,
I mean, if I'm talking to someone and I mentioned something to somebody, is they gonna take me serious because I've said X, Y, and Z, and then when I sit well with them, like I had to really think about that and where I want to go as a person, and you know everything. It just made me
Yeah.
really think
The
about
thing
everything.
is, we have to work twice as hard.
That is facts.
Twice as hard as, white women or as men. We have to work how you are presenting yourself, because anything, any small thing, and it will give people the go ahead to look down on you or to treat you a certain way or to not expect anything from you.
Right. Right. I mean, it's interesting because it's a guy that I work with at my job, and I was about to say my job. Anyway, at my
mm-hmm,
job, and I told him that I was like, I said the whole black tax. I said whether you like it or not, it's real. It's very real. I said I deal with it. I said, and I can give you a prime example to give you an idea. I have a master's, right? You have no degree, and we have the same job. So that should tell you all you need to know right there.
right.
You know what I mean? So it's just, and I
Wait,
just,
and he was white?
yeah, he was a white guy.
What did he say to that?
He just shook his head
Yeah.
and smiled. It's like, huh?
Smile.
So
Don't be smiling. What you
You're like,
smiling?
don't smile at me.
me and
Uh,
him
Don't
go,
smile
me and
what
him
you?
would go way back. I call him my little brother because like we go way back. So I've vented to him plenty times, and like I said, you have to have a great support system,
Yeah.
and that helps a great deal. And so I vent to him sometimes. I tell him because he asks me questions, and I have no problem with sharing him what I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so I pretty much gave him that. I was like, we was at lunch one afternoon, and I just pretty much I said, look, whether you want to accept it or not, it's real. And as I give you a great example between you and I pretty much told him like we do the same job,
Yeah.
and you have 0 degrees,
Yeah.
and I went to school for
That's
6
crazy.
years. You know what I mean? So it's like, and you probably make more than I do. You know what I mean?
Most likely.
So
Damn, that's, yeah, it's real, dude. It's rough.
Yeah. Um. It's definitely a topic that can go on for
oh yeah,
forever and ever.
absolutely.
I mean, Luca, do you run into anything like that at your job?
Um, well,
I mean, I know it's different because it might not necessarily be a male dominated profession. Or I
no,
could be wrong.
it's not that. Well, okay, my old boss was black, so I didn't really have like to worry about any of that stuff. Me and him didn't get along super well,
Mm-hmm.
but like when it all black people, no matter how you get along um, as people, you understand the same struggle. So when it came to stuff like that, like
Mhm.
it's not something I really had to think about or worry about. It's not something. Listen, Delilah, like I'm light skinned, so it's not something I really have to deal with as much.
Mhm.
Um, but it is something that I've faced before, and the thing is, I don't act like a stereotypical black person, quotation marks. So I don't know. I mean, is like people just commenting on the fact that I'm not really black because of
Oh
XYZ,
wow.
because I talk a certain way, and because I listen to certain music, and because I like certain things. I'll like, oh, I'm blacker than you.
And
Oh,
see, yeah,
stuff like that.
people shouldn't joke like that. They really shouldn't. People shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
joke like
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, it's like unfortunate. I don't like hearing that kind of stuff. Mostly just because it's like, listen, I've experienced racism before, And just because I don't act a certain way doesn't mean I don't understand what it's like to
But I
go
can,
through those things.
yeah, but I can tell you now, like I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for white people. Like when I sit back and think about it, it's like just to be real, like the managers, the best managers I've had, and the people who've taught me how to navigate a room or taught me how to, do my presentations properly or how to talk to a CEO. Like I wouldn't be here without any of that knowledge or without anybody pretty much taking me under their wing and saying, "Look, this is how you do this." Whether you know, your race or it doesn't matter. Because you're female, it doesn't matter. Like do this right, and people will respect you.
Mm.
That kind of thing. So at some point you can say your race is going to hold you down, but you still got to do the work. You still got to put
Yeah,
in,
it's true.
Yeah.
to get ahead. You still got to do your job. And that's not necessarily saying you got to sell out. Like I'm not saying sell out. I'm just saying do your job and do it right. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because like I'm talking to this young girl now. She's like just starting college, and she terrified because when you're young in high school, you think you're gonna conquer the world. Like you, you have that home mentality. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be XYZ, and you can do that. You can do that. But when the reality set in, and like life happens and things happen, and next thing you know, you don't have mama's money, and next thing you know, you don't have a place legit to stay. You can stay at home, but you don't really want to stay there because you can't do what you want. Like real life happens, and so that's pretty much what I was telling her. It's like, look, at some point in your life, it's going to come down to you can only depend on yourself. Like it's no one. You can't put all your stock in someone else doing that to help you. You got to get to a point where you helping yourself, and only you can make you happen, if that makes sense. So I,
This is
I
true.
pretty I pretty much was trying to tell her that, and she at some point she was kind of resistant. But I would just let her know that like it, it comes at you fast, and whether you want it to or not. It's like one day you wake up and all the bills, all all the money that you make is what's needed to take care of everything. It's like life is real, and either you can accept that, or you can always lean on someone else to be get far in life, or that kind of thing. And I'm just glad that for me it hit me early, early enough to make a turn, a pivot, because at one point in my life, I was struggling like very, very badly. But it took me to like recognize some things about myself, make some adjustments, and then, be able to take it from there. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is definitely a heavy topic, as we
yeah.
as we say, um, but this is definitely not anything we say on this podcast is definitely not uh, to offend anyone. I just want to throw that out there. This is
Right.
not an attack on anyone. We're just talking about our experiences as, as who we are personally as a woman of color.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I didn't, and this, let me apologize. I didn't mean to categorize anybody by saying white people, but they were white people. I mean, just to be honest with you, they were
right.
guys, men in the industry, then the industry that I work in, they helped me. So I can't, I mean, I don't mean to categorize or try to, throw shade or say anything bad about anybody. I don't want to, do that. The last thing I want to do is offend anybody. So, I mean, I'm just trying to tell a little bit of, what happened with me, and that's pretty much it.
Oh
So,
boy. I'm sorry
Yeah,
about
and
that,
you
guys.
shouldn't have to apologize. You're just telling your perspective on things, you know? And it's like, we're saying white people, but we're also saying black people. I don't
right, right,
see
exactly.
I'm not sure what the issue is exactly.
I just want
It's
to make sure I'm
unfortunate
clear
that
with
you
that.
feel like that there are people who feel uh, insulted or bothered by it, but this is not an attack. These are statements, and these are our lives. It's just stuff that we've had to deal with,
Hmm.
and we're just sharing parts of our lives.
Yeah, again, like if you all feel like there's a perspective that we should get on the channel, definitely open to that. Definitely comment
Hit us
below.
up on Twitter. Hit
Yes,
us
Right,
on
because
we
I can
we
only
are.
speak from my
Twitter.
own
We're
experience.
Yes.
happy to have anyone on the show.
Oh, I know one thing we did forgot to do, because I want to call out She Wolf.
Oh,
and I believe it was the FTS segment. I don't know if you're gonna still do
yeah,
that.
we are about to get to that actually.
Oh,
So I wanted to,
What?
before we move on though, I do want to say, like, just
She
comment
will.
below,
Oh
let
my
us
goodness.
know.
oh yeah.
We're definitely getting to that. But let us know exactly like what you think we missed here, what you think we can, bring to the table when it comes to issues like these. We will be having more topics like these on the show. Definitely comment below and give us more detail. Let us know. We're open to hearing you out. We do not discriminate on this channel. We talk about anything and everything, and we want to hear people's voices. Everyone has their own story. This is just ours, or this is just our guest story at this time. But yeah, let's move on to the next topic, which yes is fuck that shit. And of course, as you
No,
know,
I don't. Okay, go ahead.
here's where we talk about the shit that we do not like. So go for it, Delilah, if you want. Or
All right, fine. 'Cause, like I am mad with Sheila. I'm telling you this now. Like she probably, I don't know if she would listen to the show. I didn't see her. I don't think I saw her in the chat or anything like that. But I did see Fox. I know Fox can probably. Well, Fox has bounced out, but I was hoping that she would relay the message. But I'm mad with Sheila because she wants to
why?
end the Console Corner podcast, Ladies Night, on
Oh,
Mondays. And so
console and cocktails.
yeah, I'm salty. I am so salty. I was always looking forward to that, and now she's gonna, pretty much stop that show to do a show with Foxfire, and I'm just a little bit salty about it. So FTS, I mean, I'm mad.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's kind of sad. I mean,
Yeah,
she's not. I don't think she's here at the moment, and
no, but I'm pretty sure she'll get the message.
yeah.
They probably follow her on Twitter. You guys can tell her that Delilah's mad. Okay, she
Oh
needs to get it
shit!
together. And
Fuck
because
that
I mean,
shit.
a new show. You don't need a new show. Okay, you don't need a new show. Okay, you need to keep doing.
FTS, the cancellation of console and cocktail.
Yeah, she needs to. I mean, come on now. Come on now. That's just. I'm so mad about it. She needs to come bring it back. Just bring it back. Ain't gonna hurt nobody. Just I was looking forward to it. That was my, every other Monday I was looking forward to it. So
Aw.
yeah, a little
Well, here is where we
salty.
get things off of our chest. So thank you for that. Luca, you have anything for this week?
I just want to talk about the gentleman and or woman who tried to make a left turn where it said no left turns. What is wrong with you? Like, I mentioned this person hearing this, but why do you think it's a good idea to take a left turn when it says no left turns in the car? Like, what were you thinking? Sir and or madam, what were you thinking? I literally rolled down the window and was like, excuse me, what are you doing? It says no left turns. So I just want to call that person out and tell them that they need to get it together
You
because
didn't just do the like beep your horn and to keep it moving. You just say you had to roll down the
no,
windows.
I rolled down my windows because I was baffled by the audacity of this person. Like they really tried to cut and they really tried to just cut people off while they were turning on the left. And like, so not only are you expecting people to stop driving as you make this illegal left turn, but like, what do you do? What?
Right.
Like, get it. People need to get their shit together. Like, I keep saying that, but people need to get it together. Because every time I'm driving up in these streets, I just see some nonsense that's got me like, what do you, okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
Oh man. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, fuck that shit. Okay, so I will go now. So you know what I would like to say fuck that shit too? The fact that some nights I cannot sleep. Like we talked about how sleep is so precious earlier in the show, and like insomnia kicks in sometimes, and that shit is that's all I can say about that.
You scared you're gonna miss something? It's like
No,
so,
it's
so,
like it's it's just I lay down, I'm like, all right, time to go to bed. Yes, I love this. Okay. And then I close my eyes and then like no, it just I cannot sleep. Like I toss and I turn and I'm like getting so frustrated to the point where I just go on my phone and I'm like, fuck it. I might as well just do something with my time. So I'll just like, I don't know, do some think about topics for the show, or things like that. And then
Mhm.
I mean, I know it's anxiety that kicks in sometimes that keeps me awake, but sometimes I'll be thinking about nothing at all, and I'm just like, I try to put on some background sounds, try to get myself comfortable, but sometimes nothing works. And it's really frustrating. Like, it's frustrating when I'm missing out on precious sleep, especially when it's already late for me, like streaming. I don't know. I wish I could just have a time where I just go to bed and just like crash right away. But for the most part, like, that's just not how it works. I have trouble falling asleep, and it's annoying. So yeah, fuck that shit. Insomnia is
Yeah,
not.
that sounds rough.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, let's keep it moving. Our next topic, as you all may know, is but why though, where we might bring up the funny, stupid things that we have experienced during the week. And who would like to go first? Delilah, you got anything good for us?
Not really. For me, like I went to lunch this past week with some coworkers or whatever, and they were getting like steak, and one dude ordered a rare steak, and I'm like, boy, why? Why? It's bleeding. It's pink. Why would
It's bleeding.
like why would you eat that? Like I don't. What's going on? It's not even. It's raw meat. Like you literally gonna eat that? Why are you eating that? Like what's going on? So that's I never understood that. I don't understand why people order raw meat. Like you're gonna it's just warmed up and it's just warm and you're gonna eat it raw. Like I never understood that.
That's disgusting.
Like why? Does it taste good? Like somebody need to explain that to me. Somebody need to really explain why that is a thing. What? Somebody in the chat like I eat my meat rare. No, bro, I need you to cook your meat. Okay, cook your beef because that's just disgusting. It's bleeding. Like I don't understand. I mean, blood was all on the plate and everything. It was disgusting. I'm like, this is not cool. Like who
You're
does
like,
this? Like
there's
this
no
is
part of
real.
this that is okay.
I'm like, but why?
Repro eats his
Why?
meat,
Like,
his beef rare.
it's just it looks nasty too. It's like it's
I'm just
so
afraid that I'm gonna get sick.
yeah. Oh my goodness. It's like, oh no, but it's beef and you won't get sick. Okay. I don't need to. Nah, if it's not brown, I like. No, don't get me wrong. I like my steak when it's medium well, meaning that like it's got a little bit of pink in it. But I can't stand it when it's like raw
You cut
or
it and it's like blood oozing out.
yeah, exactly. Or when it's, oh, yeah, it's like a sauce. No, that's blood. It's not
Oh
a
my
sauce. It's
god.
blood. Okay. And then or when the steak is like too well. Like what's with that? Like I don't. If I wanted to get ground beef, I would get a burger. Okay. Like come on, don't
Oh
overcook my
man.
steak and don't undercook my steak. It's got to be medium well. So that's it. That's all I got.
What about you, Luca? What do you got for us today?
I surprisingly can't think of anything.
Oh
But
no.
what?
But we
I
like
mean,
this.
But why
I,
though? What's
I,
that?
I know. No, I'm thinking about stuff that might have happened during the week, and I'm just finally at the. Wait, actually, you know what? I do have something.
No.
Good.
No, I don't. No, I
She
Ah,
trolled us. Completely trolled us.
girl.
lost it.
I will say that I had something that happened today that got bumped up the list because that happens. And I don't know if you know this, but in the city we have Metro cards. So in order to get on the train, in order to take the bus, you got to swipe the card. It takes your monies, and then you can get in to take the train and things like that. Okay. So, which by the way is a whole nother topic because that shit is way too expensive. Um, but I am trying to swipe this freaking card, and it's like, please swipe again, and I swipe. Please swipe again, and I swipe. Please swipe again at this turnstile, and I swipe. And dude, it happened like 10 times. I was like, what the fuck is happening with this shit? It's not going in. And then I'm swiping, and there's someone next to me. I don't know what he was doing. And dude, he smelled like pure shit. And I was like, I'm trying to get in here. Let me in. I want to get away from this person that smells so fucking bad. And literally swiping, thinking in this in my head. I just want to get in the. Turns out it didn't work. So I had to go to the person at the booth and be like, this card is not working. Can you like tell me what's wrong? And then she looks at it and she's like shaking her head like, I don't know. And I'm like, so I'm finally like, okay, so what's happening here? Because I'm not gonna keep swiping it with the stinky guy next to me. So I would, can you just let me in? And then she opened the gate for me, and then I was able to walk through. But honestly, like, but why though? Like, why is this card not working? Why was that guy? Why did he decide to stand there that whole entire time? I'm swiping the card. Honestly, why? Why was that lady so confused? But when she looked at the screen to see if my card worked, like, what? You work here, woman. You're supposed to know what's happening. Like, just all of that. But why though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. That's cuss out material. You swipe 10 times and it's still.
I mean,
That's
and then
cuss out material for real.
I'm just like done. I'm like, great. So now I'm gonna have to order a new one, and that shit takes like 4 weeks to come by. And I'm like,
Oh wow.
yeah, they don't care about us. They don't care about little people. MTA sucks. I don't know if anybody lives in the city, but comment below if you understand my pain.
Oh yeah. Sometimes when I'm not able to drive in, like I take the train to downtown Atlanta, and yeah, the machine's terrible. Like sometimes they're broken, sometimes they're working, and like you can't get your receipts because I have to, in order for my job to pay for my transit, like I have to have the receipt. And sometimes it works. I can do everything to transfer, and I can, once I get the receipt, I can turn it in. But sometimes it doesn't even print a receipt. And I'm like, how am I get my money back? Like how?
Oh my
So
gosh.
I'm just like, get it together.
Yep, these
Leave it
these
alone.
metro services are just like not. You're lacking.
Yeah. I'm glad
Yeah.
to know that it's somewhere else too. It's not just
Oh,
here.
yeah. I think this one's the most expensive and the worst of like the
Oh
entire
wow.
world.
How much do you all like spend for your metro
For
cards?
what each fare, it's 275.
Oh wow.
I mean, for us, it doesn't matter how far you go. You
Hmm.
just once you're in, you're in. But
Yeah.
like,
That's 275 is still, I mean,
damn,
ours
dude,
is
like
like
two
it's
seventy five, I can
250.
get a burger
Yeah.
at
Yeah, I think
McDonald's.
the metro here is like 250, but that's one way, but it's not like a round trip thing. It's
No, yeah, these are
one way.
no. You have to pay each way.
Each direction. Yeah.
Yeah, 275.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, but they have the unlimited option, which is what I have, and this shit just decided to crap out on me. So I'm like, okay, great.
Do they have like a monthly fee? Because I know for per
Yeah, you
month.
pay monthly.
Yeah, per month. Like I think it's for the one for down here, it's like $95 a month for the
Oh, 90.
monthly pass.
Ours is like 116 or something like that.
Oof.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
that's a bill. That's a bill,
Yes.
boss. I'm gonna need y'all to pay that. Like,
I'm gonna need you guys to make sure my shit works and that
yeah.
the lady knows what she's doing back here. Like, damn. But yeah,
Yeah.
that happened. All right, moving on. We will be talking about um where everyone can find us because you guys need to know where to look, and that's always a good thing to know. So let's start with our lovely guest today. Tell us where we can find you, Delilah.
Okay, sure. You can find me on Twitter, Delilah underscore HD. You can also find me on YouTube under the same name. But and be honest with you, I don't really YouTube all that much. So yeah, just find me where you find me. My name is also the same on Xbox Live, but mostly just follow me on Twitter and or catch me on the GRG podcast on Fridays at 9 p.m. Yeah, it used to could say Mondays and used to say Mondays, 8 p.m. on She wasn't J. Whatever. I am so mad. She needs to get that. She needs to bring that back. Seriously,
Aww.
here, But whatever. Yeah. But yeah, follow me. It's no problem. No big deal. If you want to, if you don't, it's cool too. I don't care.
All right. What about you, Luca? I mean, we do this every time, but
Oh yeah, you can find me here every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to do this wonderful show where I can just complain about everything that I'm starting to think that people are like pissing me off just so they can hear me rant about
I
it.
think so
But
too, man.
Possibly.
I think they're baiting you, seriously baiting you.
like I think it could be like there is a real possibility that that's happening. But yeah, because I mean that's the only way logically, like, because it doesn't make any sense that people would still be coming at my throat when they should know better by now. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, but yeah, you can find me here. And then you can also find me on Twitter and Xbox Live at TheAshenLuca. And I'm very active on Twitter. And, if you ever want to chat with me, get in a party with me, just let me know. Just hit me up. I pretty much add everyone back who adds me as a friend on Xbox Live. So,
Nice.
and yeah, and that, oh man, fuck you, Repro. But anyway, like, thank you everyone for coming to hang out with us. We really, really appreciate it. And we love you guys.
We do. And
Right.
of course, you can find me on Twitch, sometimes on Mixer. I do have a Discord where anyone is welcome to join. Let me know if you're from here and I can, give you a nice little shout out. On my Discord, I let everyone know when I'm going live, where it's happening, and updates about the podcast and the channels and whatnot. So that's definitely fun. Follow me on Twitter too for updates. That's also another option for you. And yeah, comment below if you have any suggestions on topics, if you have any concerns about the show. Comment below on any of the questions we ask because we love to hear about your stories and we, love to hear from all of you. And tell your friends, guys. I mean, a lot of the time people are looking for podcasts to listen to while they're driving, while they are cooking, while they are, walking somewhere. And honestly, like,
Mhm.
that's what I do. I listen to podcasts when I'm like doing things that don't require too much attention. Maybe when you're bored at work. So let me know if you have anything you want to tell us, and I can lead you to the right links and the right places. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate all of you. And until next week, bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.